Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, mate. We're here to talk about the Primeras Ligas, you get me? The English Premier League. Big up to every single one of you guys. Big up to everyone locked in. Please do make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Do make sure you guys are subscribing. Already? Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Big up to every single one of you. Absolutely incredible, amazing human beings. There's a lot for us to talk about today. We are going to be talking about Manchester United's mice infestation. There you are. We're going to be talking about the mice surrounding Old Trafford, because there's a lot of mice, you guys. This is very bad for health. This is very, 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 very bad for health. You get me? So, you know, I'm sure the Ministry of Health in the UK won't be happy with the fact that they have some mice around. So we're going to be talking about, obviously, we're not going to be talking about that the whole time, innit? We're going to be talking as well, should Ahmed Diallo leave Manchester United, ladies and gentlemen? $1 million question. We're going to be talking about Bukayo Saka's injury. يا حبيبي يا حبيبي اقسم بالله انا بالاردن يا حبيبي والله جاوبتك اخر مره قعدت تسبسب علي قلت لك انا اردني اقسم بالله اردني ما حكينا بيج اب جوردن لما بعثت السوبر شات بالدينار الاردني قلنا لك بيج اب جوردن يعني ليش بدي اقول بيج اب جوردن وانا مش اردني مش ساكن هون حكيت معك بالعربي صح يا اخي من الاجو اللي بتتعاطاه. المهم back to the topic, mate. We're going to be talking about Saka's injury and how it affects the title race. We're going to be talking about Chelsea Football Club and how they slipped up in the title race, mate. You get me? Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys... انت اسمع من الكاسة هاي لحالها لازم تعرف النوردني من الكاسة هاي لحالها. Anyway, joining me first and foremost, the fraudulent man himself. Chelsea fan, Chelsea representative, surfing in the winter. Thank God he never cut his beard ever again, because him with a beard trim is just, yeah, just this. Not looking good, Brad. Love. What did I say? Love. Bruv, sorry. Andrew, hi, mate.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all you frauds watching. So, you know, it's all good. I'm all good. After this stream, getting ready to watch my favorite Christmas film, Die Hard. So I'm all good, you know, celebrating. So it's all good.
Die Hard?
Yeah, Die Hard's a Christmas film, yeah.
Isn't Christmas film like Home Alone? Oh,
yeah, that's one of them. But Die Hard's a Christmas film as well. Set at Christmas.
You're so full of shit. You're lying to me because I don't celebrate.
No, do it. The setting around it is at Christmas time.
I'm literally gonna Google. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Because you're lying. Oh,
I'm not lying.
It says it actually is a Christmas movie.
I told you, is it? It's a Christmas film.
Isn't it an action movie though?
It is, but it's a Christmas film. That's what it is.
Fair,
well, it's set at Christmas. It's not a Christmas film. It's set at Christmas. It's around Christmas time.
Fair. I hear it. Anyway, regardless, big up Andy, mate. Joining us next to the channel, you get me? Yeah, we got done there. I thought Christmas movies like Home Alone and stuff, but fair enough. You get to learn new stuff every day. Joining us next, Galatasaray fan, you know, semi-fan of Arsenal as well. He's Arteta in and Arteta out at the same time. You get me? He's a elite fence sitter. TKA is in the building. Hi, TKA, habibi. You're on mute, mate.
Big up, guys. Thank you for having me. 3/4 of what he said is lies, you know what I'm saying? But we move.
Me?
And
Never.
Yeah, and how do you not know that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, bro? Even I knew that, bro. It's crazy.
Wow, I'm sorry. I'm literally Muslim, and I don't even know about Christmas movies, mate.
Yeah, me too.
So
me too.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I thought Christmas movies like Home Alone type of stuff. And there's the other one with the green one. What's it called?
The Grinch. You talking about the Grinch?
Yeah, that's the Christmas movie.
Yeah. Those are Christmas movies.
And this guy brings me guns and action and thriller, and you think I'm supposed to know that that's a Christmas movie?
Someone put it in the chat, right? It's Home Alone for adults. That's what it is.
Home Alone for adults.
Yes.
By the way, Home Alone 2 is clear of Home Alone 1. Cry more, mate. Cry more. If you prefer Home Alone 1, you are a fraud and a disgrace. If you don't prefer the one, New York, that's the best one right there. With that was the one with the woman and the birds, right?
Yeah.
That scared him, and then he befriended her. Home Alone 2 is clear, mate. Clear.
Yeah, good movie.
Anyway, joining us next, Fellaini from Wishes here to talk about the mice in the stadium. You get me? It is true, guys. Wallahi, there is mice in the stadium. I'm not making, I never make anything up. Unlike TKA's fraudulent takes, I don't lie. It's reality. There is, wallahi, there is mice in the stadium. You get me? It was reported, you know, there's a mice infestation. Biggest club, we're Man United. Imagine, we're Man United. Like, you know, there's some people who watch us who've never been to Old Trafford. Imagine they listen to Ahmed and then they take a trip. They're like, let me see which Premier League club I should support. They go to Old Trafford and then suddenly there is mice. He's walking into the stadium, the theater of dreams. And then there is mice next to me. It's the funniest shit ever. Hi, Ahmed Habibi. How you doing?
Yeah, big up, mate. Listen, Man United, biggest club in England. Yeah, shout out to everyone. Yeah, that's my club. Yeah. What's everyone saying? Big up the panel. Yeah, I can't wait. We'll talk about the mice one. I've got a lot to say about that one. I like
There you are, mate.
big up, mate. Big up.
I mean, Ahmed, your owner is called Rat, so it's only fitting. You know what I'm saying?
This is true. This is true.
And you play
That's
dog
Cliff.
shit. It's all good, man. It's all good, man. It's all
Yeah,
animalistic. That's what it is.
By the way, you scheduled your stream for 10, not 11, you bozo.
Say wallah.
Yeah, reschedule it. Don't change the whole thing. Just go to StreamYard, reschedule. Last but not least, you get me? Making his non-halftime debut on the channel. Because you see, on the Don Sam channel, we want to give people chances and we want to give people a platform because I want the people to get to know hardworking individuals who want to create a platform for themselves. Andrew is like a traveler. Ibn Battuta. He's just on multiple different streams, multiple different platforms. TKA, he has a channel. It's in the description now. TKA Football. AA United TV is close to monetization, so you can get to hear his Diallo is better than Saka takes while he's getting paid. And joining us next is a Bayern Munich fan, but he knows ball sometimes. So it's good to have a different opinion today that's neutral. You get me? And go subscribe to Zeer Talks, please, because this guy does a lot of WWE content as well, football content. He does Bayern reviews. And if you're interested in the Saudi Pro League as well, you get me? That's the best intro I'll ever give you. Next time, I'm going to insult you in the intro. Man like Zeer is in the building. How do you, Zeer, mate?
Big up, big up. Well, I think I'm happy for that intro. Thanks for the invite. You know, that's another thing. Also, Rumble, you're a G. Mia San Mia. And also, what's him, Kharinho? I don't know how the hell you did not know he's Jordan. Allah yahdik. Pretty much.
How many times have I spoken in Arabic, يا أخي?
والله أنا أدري. أنا صراحة أنا مت. When I heard you like rage, والله أنا مت. I was dying in the background.
Come on, mate. Come on. خرينو عيب عليك يا أخوي. Anyway,
والله
here's the channels. Abdi has posted them. Zeer Talks. Click on this link in the live chat. Go subscribe. AA United TV. Go subscribe. We got him to 1K. He no longer hangs around with the mice. He's going to make it to the monetization soon. Casual AMC. You get me? It's in the description so you can find Andrew. And TKA Football. He hasn't uploaded yet. But we're going to buy him. Or he's going to buy himself. I'm not going to buy him. He's going to buy himself a $30 webcam from Amazon. You get me? And he's going to start streaming when Arteta gets sacked. So maybe
Soon.
10 years now. So big up to all of you guys. Like the video. Subscribe right here, right now as well to this channel. Because we're 5 subs away from 42.8K. Tomorrow, inshallah, I'm going to go live with what Liverpool need in the transfer window. And we're doing a Q&A and bingo night. So we have a lot of stuff scheduled for you guys before we get to Boxing Day from hell where there is 3 million games. Anyway, let's talk Man United first because we have to start. Wallahi, there's people life at risk. You have to respect that, mate. So you have to start with Man United. So, Ahmed, akhi. Rashford is leaving. Garnacho's leaving in January. There is mice infestation. You lost to Bournemouth 3-0. Just talk to me about your club in general, akhi. Talk to me. The floor is yours.
Yeah, you know when I heard about the mice infection, wallahi, immediately I thought of Bruno Fernandes, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh,
that's listen, immediately, yeah. It's obvious, by the way. He's called his backup. He's called his whole army. And now he's infected the whole stadium, by the way. This is what happens when there's no ball retention in the midfield. And you know what's mad? The Rashford thing, yeah, it's mad because when Hussein was making videos about 3 years ago, and we was going, and you know, there was bare people that were backing Rashford, stuff like that. And 3 years later, he's actually going, and we finally got a manager who's literally told him to his face, look, I'm going to back you publicly, But if you don't fit my demands on the pitch, bro, there's no place for you in the team. So he's out. He's publicly saying, look, we can help out Rashford, we can improve him, but the ball is in his court. You know, he has to put in the work. He has to follow the manager's instructions. And if he's not willing to do that, then that's on him. So we're getting rid of Rashford is a statement because it's been long overdue. Yeah, it's been long overdue. He should have been sold years ago. Now, with the whole mice thing, banter aside, yeah, even though it's Bruno, but look, bro, I don't know what else you can do in it because the stadium's in a mess, the roof is leaking, and there's mice. Next minute, there's going to be horses coming through. I don't know what's going to happen, bro, with this minute. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? I don't know what's going to happen. So clearly, there's a lot of things that need to be worked on, not just on the pitch in terms of getting rid of players and buying players. These ownerships, yeah, Ratcliffe, yeah, he actually has to put loads of money into the stadium and change everything. I don't even care if he changes the name. I don't even know if you want to change things on how it looks. You need to rebrand everything and change everything, just like how Madrid changed their stadium. Tottenham as well. Of course, you need money for that. But at the end of the day, you can't be bringing... Imagine, yeah, you got a player and you're like, look, this is United, bro. Biggest club. And then there's a mouse right next to you. What the heck is this, mate? Yeah? Do you get what I'm saying? So that looks bad. But we lost to Bournemouth. It was a rubbish performance. It wasn't good. We did have chances in that game. Bruno had like 3 good chances. One from Kobe, one from Diallo. His finishing and his performances this season, Bruno, has been abysmal. I've said that for a long time. The reason why I always emphasize on Bruno is that he's been here for what, like 6 seasons now. We bought him around 2019 or something. Someone can correct me. He's had that one patch where he came
2020.
in 2020. That's the one, yeah. So he had that one. Yeah, he had that one purple patch where he came in halfway, right, and he did some decent moments, but I've said it. We've already it's been a constant regression from Bruno Fernandes because you know what? People say to me, "Oh, he gets the goals, he gets the assists here," but that's not sustainable for a team. You can't rely on Bruno Fernandes to drag you out of moments here where you need your team to be, where you need someone to help. Because in the midfield, every time we play him deeper, he loses the ball, and funny enough, all the goals we concede. SubhanAllah, it's actually led by Bruno's mistake losing it in the midfield. I know Kobe gave the ball away, but that initial mistake that happened. It was from Bruno's lack of awareness in the midfield. And the manager said, like, look, I've tried playing him in the 10. He doesn't work there because he wants to resort to hoofball all the time. He's dropped Rashford. Garnacho, I saw a report with Garnacho coming out saying that he's available. Some anonymous club loan option with buy for 60 mil. I quote tweeted saying, I'll drive him myself. Well, I swear to you, I'll drive him myself to whatever team is willing to sell him, because the 3 main problems at Man United, because when I went to OT, yeah, the 2 players that have the most shirt steals is Rashford and Bruno Fernandes, and Garnacho's up there. And those 3 players are the same ones that need to be shipped and sold. Yeah, because they're a big problem. Because if you actually look at them, Garnacho is a problem on the pitch and off the pitch. Yeah. His brother talks too much on Twitter. He likes tweets about Lissandro Martinez error, likes tweets about manager. So he's clearly, he's very egotistical. On the pitch, he is useless. Yeah. I said that if you're going to come on as a bench player, at least offer me something. He tried to do a Trivela pass and he went to the goalkeeper. He miscontrolled the ball many a times. He has nothing about him that can suggest to me that he's even a decent Premier League player. Right, so Garnacho is a big problem who needs to leave. Rashford has been in this Premier League for almost a decade now, 2015, and he averages 9 goals a season. By the way, if you actually look at his average every season, he only averages 9 goals. I think he got 5 in his first year, 8 or 7 the next year. Then he got 17 twice, and then the rest has been 4, 5, 3. I would rather much a player get me 10 to 12 or 15 consistently, season after season after season, than have 1 up and then 1 down and then 1 up and 1 down. So Rashford's not reliable. At least with, like, you've got the number 10. You've got the number 10, by the way. Rooney used to wear that kit. You have to be reliable. Liverpool rely on Salah. Tottenham used to rely on Kane. Chelsea are relying on Palmer.
Even though you called Salah the Egyptian Townsend, do you think we forget?
Yeah, but listen, that's it.
We did
Take that back. Take that back now. Take that back.
It's a compliment. Now, listen, that's a compliment, man. Listen, Townsend's a decent player.
Townsend is a compliment. Yeah, habibi.
That's compliment.
Respect
Townsend would do
Salah.
a job for Man United right now. That's what he'd do a job for Man United.
Oh. Nah.
He called him the Sahara Sanogo. So like,
Oh, you did well.
oh, apologize. Wallahi, so many Liverpool fans are sub to your channel. You have to say sorry. You have to say, you cannot let this guy.
Listen,
Sahara Sanogo.
listen.
It's crazy.
Shout out to my Scouse subscribers, man. Listen, they're nice. listen, they're nice people, man. I respect them. But yeah,
Big up the Scousers.
yeah, big up the Scousers. Yeah, I've covered pretty much Garnacho. Yeah, he needs to go. Rashford is another one that needs to go. But the thing is that in this formation that we're playing, a back three, because not many teams do it. I've always said it that you need specific profiles in this team to really do well, and that one of them, yeah, is the wing backs. We don't have natural wing backs in this team, and the one player that we tried doing it with was Diallo, yeah. But that's not really like as good as he is. You're not really getting the best out of him consistently. Hence why he plays him further up. But Diallo's not a wing back. I rate him highly. Malacia has been out for almost 2 years, so you can't rely on him. And Mazraoui, he plays as a right-sided centre back. So we've essentially got no wing backs. He's tried Anthony every now and then. But for now, this might sound crazy, but I would just try him out. See, give him a run of games as a wing back because there's no other option unless we go buy someone in Jan. And the back three, Lissandro Martinez, I like him, yeah, but bro, I swear to you, recently, yeah, he's been doing my head in. Like the thing, like I think he's very good on the ball, but if you look at like the attributes that he doesn't have, like for example, he's not the quickest, he's not like the strongest, and often he does get spun quite easily. So if you don't protect him with the two other ones, then there's going to be a huge issue.
Yeah, but you can't always rely just on the defender's passing. At some point in time, he's going to have to defend as well. Exactly. Lissandro's defending. He plays one way against Man City, and you're like, damn, this guy had a good game. And then he plays against Bournemouth, and he can't clear the ball, and then you concede.
Now, 100%, 100%. Like the thing is, at least with Euro, yeah, at least with Lenny Euro, is that he possesses all the attributes to work like in a back three. Despite him being young, but at the end of the day, he's tall, he's quick, he's good on the ball, he's good in the air as well. So we honestly need 2 new centre backs. Yeah, we need 2 new centre backs, and the 2 midfielders that play in between them. Yeah, Bruno and Kobe. Yeah, they can't play together, mate. Yeah, if you've got Ugarte, I think he's been quite good recently. Yeah, but man said Booyaka Yaka 6-1.
Booyaka 619.
Oh, Ramos.
Sandro Martinez and
Staffy, I thought you're going out.
Nah, but yeah, bro. In the midfield too, yeah, you can't play Bruno in there. You can't play Bruno in this team. I've said that he needs to drop him in it completely. I don't care if he's the captain.
It's time to ask you the hard-hitting questions, though, before that's coming. Ahmed Diallo in 5 days can sign pre-contracts with other football clubs. Be honest. Should he leave Manchester United?
No, he shouldn't leave Man United. Why should he leave?
Why should he stay?
I think Ahmed Diallo.
Hold on. I remember I don't know what your name is, by the way. Sorry. I remember when I said, "Oh, so now everyone rates Diallo now all of a sudden." Now he's picked up form.
No, we rate Diallo from the start, but we don't rate him like you rate him. I don't think Diallo is better than Saka.
I'm going to be honest. I rate him like how Ahmed rates him.
Oh, come on, my G, mate. Come on, big up.
I do. I'm not going to lie. I do.
Hussam is right.
Guys, if you want me to bring Staffy on, I will let the people decide. We get to 100 likes, I'll bring Staffy on. Yeah, 100 likes. That's it. Let's see if we get there. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, Ahmed.
No, the thing is,
we rate him, but we don't rate him like better than Saka rate him. That's crazy. But with Diallo, if in 5 days he can leave to another football club, let's say, okay, I'll give you a club maybe that's not unbelievable, right? Like I'm not gonna say Real Madrid, Barcelona. Let's say Borussia Dortmund want him.
I was gonna say
if you're in his place, would you go?
If I was in his place,
if I'm Diallo, I'd go.
I would.
100%.
I wouldn't.
I think PSG should buy.
I would go.
Sign him.
So Ahmed, if you were Ahmed Diallo, so you are Ahmed Diallo, and Dortmund offer you a contract, you say no, Ahmed? Is that what you're saying?
I would still say no because Diallo, yeah, he's playing for a manager that rates him. He's playing consistently as well. He's got game time. He believes in him. He wants to build a team around him. He's going to get a new contract. He's playing at Man United, yeah. And imagine think guys don't deep out like this yet. Even though we're in the slumps right now and we're playing rubbish, any chance of us turning it around and we start being serious here, and Diallo is the main guy, do you know how good that would look on him? Do you get what I'm saying? That would look.
No, this is true because United PR is strong. But if you're in Diallo's place, do you trust the owners to make the correct decisions to get the players that you need to develop and etc.?
Shall I tell you, listen, I've got my reservations with these ownership, but I always look at it like this. If they backed the previous manager with the players that he wanted, a lot of money, despite sacking him, I can't see a world where when they don't back this new one that they've just gotten, because this is their first manager that they actually wanted, and they gave him 2 years. So with Diallo, if he's going to get a new contract, which looks like he is going to get a new contract, and he loves the club, if he gets the players and the profiles next summer, and it depends what we do in January, and we build the team, and it's looking like it's steady in the ship, and we're getting some consistency, then bro, I would. I'm not going to trust them 100% because they've done some mistakes when they've come in, but I trust them in a sense where they can buy the players because that's their job now. Just get the players, get the profiles, because regardless on how bad we are, we can still attract players, whether you like it or not. We can still
if Diallo's going to sign that contract, his agent has to be smart and put a smart buyout clause in there.
Yeah,
that's what he has to do. He has to do that because,
But why should he leave Man United? Okay, where's he going to go though?
No. I'm saying he has to really consider it, because we're not talking about an 18-year-old.
What if Chelsea won Diallo? Then what?
I don't think we'd go for him, but I'd take him. But I don't think we'd go.
Newcastle's not a bad shout as well.
Yeah,
I can't believe
Newcastle's not.
Yes, Newcastle. That's another good shout.
What's he going to do? What's he going to do at Newcastle? Come on now. What's he going to do?
But if they don't sell Isak, they don't sell Bruno Guimaraes, and they don't sell their key players, and they build their
Newcastle,
Gordon, Isak, and how?
But Newcastle, respectfully, Newcastle are a stepping stone team. That's why Isak is not going to go there. If you want to develop,
that depends though, because with Newcastle, it depends on the decisions they make with the manager and all that stuff, because they have the fund. I mean, listen, they're owned by my government. Like, they have the funds. It's just the type of players they get.
Those are my tax dollars right there.
You know what I mean? So, listen, man. So, with Newcastle, listen, they could go from 0 to 100 real quick. It's just a matter of the decisions that they make. So, don't underestimate Newcastle.
Sam.
And you say Dortmund as well. They say Dortmund, but like...
Also, when Mo cooks your club, he is so right when he calls you entitled, wallahi. Why are you talking about Newcastle like they're in a worse position than you?
Exactly.
Okay, I'll tell you what it is. What is Diallo going to do at Newcastle that he can't do at Man United?
Okay, I'll tell you honestly, honest answer. I think Diallo could be
play Champions League.
Yeah, exactly. And there's another thing as well I want to say. By the way, 10 years ago, Man City were a nothing club. But because they signed Aguero and David Silva and Yaya Toure, they became something club. So if Newcastle want to become a something club, they have to sign players of this ilk, of this quality. If you have a front three of Ahmed, Diallo, Isak, and Anthony Gordon, I'm sorry, but other maybe than the Liverpool or the City front line, there's no one competing with that in the whole league. Then you've got a midfield three of Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton, and Tonali. That's a midfield three. They wanted Joe Gomez in the summer. They wanted Mark Guehi in the summer. Those are two experienced, seasoned Premier League professionals that you sign at centre back. They got Nick Pope in goal, who's not bad. They have so many options, bro. Newcastle, by the way, people don't know this. Newcastle are a ticking time bomb, by the way. Like, they're this quick to just becoming like top 4 team, top 3 team, top 2 team.
I said this just now.
So you think Diallo is going to go to a team where it's top 4 and I'm content with just top 4 and that's it? And not
but Ahmed, as I said, if they make the right decisions, because by the way, keep in mind with Newcastle, it's not like with Man City, kind of in which like they're going to get by players 24/7. No, they can't do that. But the thing is, if they made the right decision, by the way, Diallo is an example of it, because let's be honest, it's not going to cost a lot for Man United to go to Newcastle.
Unless you're Madrid.
What? Habibi, his contract expires in 6 months. It'll be free.
There you go.
And also, who's to say that he's not going to think about his own development? And let's be real, is United really a club that improves young players at the moment? No.
Maybe he will. From your mouth, just move it a bit.
Like here?
Not closer, further. Yeah, just a bit further.
Is it good like this? Okay,
yeah, go ahead.
Maybe he will think about his own development like Sancho did and go to a club like Dortmund who actually improves players like him at his age. maybe.
I'll tell you why.
You
I'll
never
tell you why
know.
we're going to improve young players.
Because let me be real, bro. The reason why Lisandro Martinez is like this is because of you, not because of him. He was actually a good footballer at Ajax. You bought him and you did what you did like you always do, and you ruined players. And that's exactly what
He
you
was
did.
good in his first season. He was good in his
Yeah, I'm
first
afraid
season.
the next
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
but the longer
Fellaini,
you
his
stay-
midfield partner. Juan Mata is here, ladies and gentlemen. Staffy is in the building. Hi, Staffy. Big up to you. Big up everyone in the
Mata.
building. Like and subscribe, chat. Like and subscribe. But you know what it is, TK? You see that Lisandro, yeah, Ahmed, I hate this entitlement so much.
What?
Because you see, it's not just Lisandro, Delict, Lanioro, Casemiro, Ugarte. I wanted Ugarte at Liverpool, ya Habib. Wallahi al-Azim, how many times?
Yeah, but he's-
TK, Andrew,
Yeah.
you have known me the longest. How many times have I screamed I want Ugarte? Ya? I've spent so much. There are so many good players that now are looked at as shit.
Nah,
So I'm
Ugarte is
saying,
good,
you're in
though.
Diallo's
Ugarte-
place. 5 days, your contract expires. 5 days. And so you're telling me there is no one he should leave United for. Forget Newcastle. So if PSG call, he should say no also.
So what's he gonna? So at PSG, what's the? Nah, you shouldn't go to.
There you are. So what's he gonna do at PSG? You are
What's he
such.
gonna do at PSG?
Yeah, but
You are
Hassam, I'll tell you. Yeah, but Hassam, can I
What's he
tell
gonna
you
do at
something? Like,
PSG?
wait, guys, can I give my perspective? Because obviously I support the club from outside the Prem. To be honest, I understand why.
Oh, he
Ahmed
wears
is
a
out.
Prem jersey. Yeah, tell us.
Yeah. No. Listen. I'm wearing a Prem jersey because I listen. It's a Saudi. Oh, come on now, man. No, but I understand why Ahmed's entitled, man. Because to win, you need to be entitled to a degree. You just have to. You just it just is what it takes to win. You have to keep the best of the best with you guys. It's how it works. If you don't keep the best of the best, then how are you gonna win?
No, but unless you're Madrid, yeah, because they need a right wing. Unless you're Madrid, and Diallo, should he go to Madrid over United? Okay, that's cool because he's good enough to play there, isn't it? But don't tell me Dortmund and PSG and Newcastle. That's just silly, innit? Because as much as we're in the slumps and we're not doing well, yeah, and cool, we've not improved players in the past, like the Pogbas, like the Martial, like the Donny van der Beek, like the, them type of players, yeah. I hear that. But what I'm saying, yeah, is that he's got his game time now. We've got a manager who is not immune from criticism, but so far what we've seen, he seems to know what he wants and what he wants from the players. And also he has a track history of actually improving young players. So Diallo, if you're looking at it like that, he likes the club, likes the manager, he's getting game time. You've got players like Kobe who can develop under him at the same time. Like at the moment, cool. We're saying it's in the slumps, but I can say it to you then, TK. When you guys were coming back to back 8th, should Saka have left?
I mean, if he left, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, but what I'm saying is, yeah, I can spin it and say, oh, Saka should have left. But nah, he's as much as I say he's not as good as you lot think he is. I still think he's a good player, but he stuck it with Arteta. Yeah, he's developed under Arteta, and then that's it. Like it's not.
to be fair, the difference
but
is
the difference is you bought Ahmed. This is our
yeah.
own youngster. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference. Saka is from Arsenal's academy, so he's always gonna have more attachment with the club that he's already familiar with. I don't disagree, by the way, in terms of that. I don't think he's gonna leave. If anything, Ahmed loves the club so much. You can tell. Look, just go and watch that celebration again against Man City. Look how many times he taps the badge and kisses the badge. I don't think he's leaving. If Ten Hag was here, yes, I would have agreed. But I'm not gonna lie. I was listening to you guys. I was driving home. I was getting something, and when you said Newcastle, well, bro, I almost spit this drink out. These guys, you really think he would go to Newcastle over us? Someone said, "Oh, but why wouldn't he, bro?" I'll tell you something. He already accomplished something at United that he would never accomplish at Newcastle, which is winning a trophy. Okay, so let's not sit here and make these deluded conversations. He's not leaving Amarim to go work with Eddie Howe, bro. All right, no disrespect to Newcastle, but no one is leaving any top six.
Yeah, Eddie Howe's holding the Newcastle, but I do agree with that.
The only time someone would go to Newcastle is if like you generally don't have a way to the starting 11. Maybe you're a youngster. Maybe you're someone who just has no chance to play for like Chelsea or a Liverpool or whatever, and then you'll get a move there. But when they're trying to build a team around you, and the way the manager speaks about Ahmed especially, and they've been talking about that they're cooking up a contract for him for a while now. No way he's going to Newcastle on that. You know, people can be near vision and say, "Oh, but you're sitting in 13th right now, bro." Come on, grow up here. That's not what we're talking. We're talking about the long term. And Ahmed said it perfectly. If he could be the main guy in the rebuild that we're doing, and in a team that will eventually win trophies if it all works out, Why would he leave? They're gonna
So
sell him.
what's stopping you from being the next Man City if you're in Newcastle's place? Without obviously,
Financial
they have to spend a lot smarter, and FFP and PSR, I know this, but they're not. Do you agree that they're not as far away as we think? Like they're not a million
I
miles away.
agree.
Outside of
Right.
financial restrictions, you gotta also remember when City broke in, there wasn't a top 6. There wasn't a lot of spending power like it is right now. Back then, it was only a top 4. It was me, you, Surfer, and TKA. That's it. There was no Spurs. There was no Man City, obviously, because that's the team. Even Everton and them, these guys didn't have that much money. Now everyone has much more money and everyone is much more financially stronger. So to break in, what are we going to become a top 7 now because Newcastle could come in? I think it's harder to break in now. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I don't know their financial restrictions.
Oh, you don't think
So-
they have the pieces to build around?
No, you kick Spurs
No,
out.
because a lot of their players are going to leave anyways.
Yeah, I
Isak
wanted
is
to
going
say
to leave.
Spurs as well.
Bruno Gomes is going to leave.
Yeah, just get rid of Spurs, man.
Yeah, Spurs. Spurs
Yeah,
can
you
leave,
could probably replace someone, and it would be hard to replace someone because you need to lose a lot of money for
Well, they're the
Newcastle,
Dortmund of
obviously.
England, basically. They're basically the
But-
Dortmund of England, pretty much.
Who, Newcastle? Nah, don't even disrespect.
No,
Dortmund.
صراحة
No.
at least Borussia Dortmund won a league against us. I mean,
Yeah, don't
even-
disrespect Dortmund like that.
They're
But-
more like the Stuttgart. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like the Stuttgart.
Yeah.
I generally don't think they have any relevancy in my life. They generally have no relevancy in my life. Like I get it, they have a Saudi owner, but that's it. I was hearing that the Saudi ownership is trying to sell them because they're not interested in that business no more. So
I
don't know.
sang the Saudi national anthem when they wanted to buy
Oh
Liverpool.
yeah. It's possible that we.
But Ahmed is not going to go there. He's going to renew his contract. I'll be honest with you. Talking
That
about
happens,
him
I'm going
instead of
Liverpool.
someone else, I don't think it's going to happen. In any moment now, we're going to find out about his new contract. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
Wow.
and to be honest, all banter aside, I won't be surprised if he resigns as well because he genuinely looks happy at the club. I was just talking about the perspective of if a player talks about his own development and not blindly, not blindly per se, but instead of his emotion for the club, I don't think it's logical for a young player from like him to stay at United. For me personally, but that's how I see the situation. But you guys are talking about actually building the club around him. That's bigger than how I see the situation. So if you guys
Not
rate him
building it
that
around
highly,
him. He's a big piece of it, TK. Like
Because-
he's a
because
big
for-
piece
for
of
me-
this
for
team
me-
right now.
if I see him, if I compare him to one of your older teams, I see him as the Nani of your team. You know what I'm saying? You need to buy your Roonies first, your actual difference makers first, in my opinion, before you can talk about we're gonna build our club around him. I wouldn't do it like that if I were you
Yeah,
personally.
but to be fair,
Because you guys,
TK,
for me, how I see United right now, I see you, for example, buying Gyökeres. I see you, for example, buying someone like Wirtz, and Ahmad is just a piece to complement those kinds of players. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see the situation.
I think
that
it's
you
harsh
guys-
to say you see him as a Nani, and I love Nani, but he's much more than that. Like I'll be honest with you, and I'm not trying to make a comparison, but when you talk about talent, compare him to Saka. What does Saka have more than him? And I'm not talking about what they've accomplished. Obviously, Saka's been playing at a high level much longer. Okay, so Saka obviously has that on him. He has the longevity and the consistency. But when you compare raw talent, why like what makes you look at him and you're like, yeah, at best you're a Nani. Then you look at Saka and you're like, yeah, Saka's world class. Because I think they're very similar. I think he's very, very, very similar to Saka. Very similar.
Mhm.
They both started their careers playing in a wing back, then eventually got moved to their favorite position, and
Mhm.
then eventually their fan base is starting to realize they're the best player. Like
Yeah.
generally, why in a year or a year and a half is Ahmed not doing what Saka was doing for Arsenal when he broke through?
Diallo's got more about him. I've always said this. Diallo's got more about him when you watch him.
Oh,
throughout
God,
90 minutes.
no, let's not go down this rabbit hole.
No, but he
I'm
said
not
no,
trying
but
to do that.
I'm just giving you my
I
perspective,
mean,
bro.
for me, is I have to see it to believe it. You know what I'm saying? He is a talented
Exactly,
footballer.
which is fine, TK. But that's what I'm saying. Just look at the talent. In terms
Yeah,
of talent,
I do, and
But
he's
do you-
a very
I
talented
see
footballer.
people laughing in the chat, but like generally, compare the two players. How different are they? There's not a lot of differences. They both play very similar.
Bro,
I mean,
like
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think that it's comparable in the slightest. For me.
why is it not comparable?
Because you guys, whether you're in the mud or not, you always keep spending. You always try to do something at least. My club has been stagnating for the longest. Just because we had a few transfer windows where we bought players doesn't mean that my club has been doing this consistently. We would never be. Nobody expected us to challenge with this team. You know what I'm saying? This came out of nowhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the fact that Saka stayed and is doing these things and we are actually competing for the league just tells me this guy is.
But
While
but
being a
that
big
wasn't
piece-
what I was arguing. I agree with that, and that's why I said I cannot compare them in terms of what they accomplished. Because Saka has proven he can play at the high level, and he's done it for a couple of years. So that's why I can't
Yep.
give Ahmed on him. I gotta see him do it first. I know he can. I believe I can. He can. Let me rephrase that because I haven't seen it, but I believe he can. But I'm saying when you compare raw talent, there's nothing different between what Saka does and what Ahmed does. If anything, I feel like Ahmed might have a little bit better inside of the pitch dribbling than Saka, whereas Saka's probably a little bit better staying wide. When you compare them, bro, they're very similar, bro. Their work rate is very similar. Their impact is very similar. You guys thought he was a bum. Well, not everyone here, but most people thought he was a bum because of Ten Hag. And we sat here, the likes of me, the likes of Ahmed, the likes of others. We told you guys this guy's arguably our best player. He just doesn't get played. It's no coincidence that the minute a manager comes in and gives him some trust and plays him in 2 different positions, he has the most GA for us in the last 10 games. I think he was averaging 1 GA per game.
But you know
It's
what's
not a
mad?
coincidence the minute he plays to start doing that.
But you know
Why
what's
did I
mad?
see it when he wasn't playing, but you guys can't see it when he's finally doing it?
You know what's
I
mad?
saw
as
it
well?
from before. I can't lie.
No, but you know what's mad? They were saying like last season, because it's not about gassing him right now because it's convenient, because that's what some people do in it. When someone's doing well, they hop on the bandwagon and they say,
Wait,
see,
can I stop you for a second? I'm sorry, I really don't mean to do.
No, it's fine, bro.
This guy that keeps cooking in the chat, he said Saka was never 13th with Arsenal. There's literally the infamous video of Troop screaming, "We're 15th, Za! We're 15th." Saka was actually in a worse position when he started with that Arsenal team. So once again, you're lying, bro. Sorry, it just rattled me that he was lying in the chat.
Yeah, but listen, I get them on strings anyway, so I just ignore them in it, bro. They're
It's
they're always
clip
right.
too,
You get what I'm saying?
It's clip too.
but the thing is, with Ahmed, yeah, wallahi, I heard the biggest nonsense. He's not direct. He's not fast. He can't get past his man. He needs to
defend.
He can't. Wallahi, I saw some guy on Twitter say he needs to be arrogant like Garnacho. Wallahi, I spat my drink out. I was like, what do you mean arrogant? Yeah, I was like, what's going on? Yeah, this guy, yeah, I repeat, Saka is not. I never said Saka is a bad player. Yeah, never said Saka is a bad player. I said he's a.
No, but you always do this. You are a gaslighting fraud because always your sentence is, "I didn't say Saka's a bad." That's like me saying, "Salah is better than Messi," but Messi is not a bad player. Habibi, that's not the point. Yeah, the point. No one is saying you said Saka is a bad player, but at the same time, you cannot say Ahmed is better than Saka, yeah, because he dribbles nicer. Using your logic, Hatem Ben Arfa is better than Saka. خلاص. He has more technique. Facts. See, he agrees.
But anyway,
اللهم زدنا صبرا يا أخي.
no, but listen. With Diallo, yeah, you know what's mad?
How can I quit smoking when I work with Ahmed? Technique
You know,
merchant. Who would you rather have in your team right now,
know-
Salah or Diallo?
Who?
Salah or Diallo?
Salah.
I don't know who
Salah.
Salah is. Diallo's my guy.
لا لا answer. Be a man of integrity.
Diallo, Ahmed Diallo. I'm taking Diallo.
Is
But
it
to be fair,
because he
Salah
has?
wouldn't play in the
is
10.
it
So
because he
it's a
has
bit of
more
an
of-
unfair comparison.
But that's
If you're
fine.
playing with the right wing, then yeah.
Salah can be a right wing up front, and Diallo can play behind him. Simple as that.
Okay, but there's
But to be fair,
one
also Salah
there's
wouldn't
one
even work in
criticism.
this team, bro. Imagine Salah trying to play around this trash. Who's feeding him the
يا
ball?
حبيبي Salah worked with Egypt playing with Magdi Muhammad. يا أخي have some shame.
No, but like in Egypt, he's playing bums in
That's
effort, bro.
yeah.
Like,
He was
let's be
playing
honest.
with the Egyptian Lukaku and
you
he
think-
worked
Wait, hold on. You
in
think-
Cooper's system, the worst manager in Egypt history. يا أخي.
Wait,
Please
hold on. So let me ask you a genuine question. When Salah, Salah sometimes has bad games, but then he pops up with a moment, and he actually admitted that. He said Arsene Wenger told him it's about sometimes just being
there's
involved
nothing
in
wrong with that.
and just in any moment doing a moment. So he can afford that at Liverpool because maybe when he's not having a good game, you're not losing still. You're kind of stoned the game. Maybe he's not scoring his chances. You think he can afford to not be involved in a game for 90 minutes, playing next to that trash that we have
but
at
there's
Man
a problem with
United?
that
Never
argument.
work.
A lot
Bro,
of
he's gonna-
people-
he's gonna-
You know that meme where they put the Ferrari next to like the shit ass house? That would be Salah
I
and Man
swear
United.
to
Why
you,
would you put a Ferrari in a house?
He's gonna need another hair
Yeah,
transplant.
but then you said earlier on in the terrace you would take Osimhen. Here's the thing. Let me tell you something.
No, but Osimhen will play next to Diallo, and I feel like Diallo and there's a couple others that would create for him. We generally have no strike. I feel like we play with 10 men when we have Højlund.
طيب, hear me
That's
out.
the
Look,
conversation.
Salah is actually exactly what your team needs. Players
Same.
of that ilk, because your club has no balls, no cojones, no one who actually. The only one actually fair enough is actually Diallo, even in the City game. No one really has the ability to take the game by the scruff of the neck and give you something. You're talking about it more from results perspective. I'm saying you are drawing 2-2 to Nottingham Forest at home. Give Salah the ball, he will get you an assist, he'll get you a goal, 3-2 win, khalas, everyone goes home plus 3
Let me tell you
points.
something. Finish your
That's
point, and
what I'm
I'll
talking
tell you where you got
Yeah,
it.
and with the Salah, like, look, I have admitted this 100 times already. Salah doesn't have a good game every single time. This is bullshit. I know that sometimes he only steps up in moments. My issue is when people act like every game he's dead, but he gets GA. This is not reality. A lot of the games he's actually running the game. He's creating for us. He's creating the most dangerous chances. He's putting balls in and they're just not scoring. Like a lot of the games, Salah is heavily involved in the game, but maybe someone else is letting him down or etc. But some games you are correct. So I'd say maybe it's a percentage of like 20 to 80. Meaning Salah usually performs very good 80% of the time, and maybe doesn't have a good game 20% of the time.
Let me tell you this. This is the best comparison I can make. You shouldn't be comparing Ahmed to Salah. You should be comparing him to Mane as an example. I'll tell you why. If you told me Salah and Diallo on the same team, I'd say yes, and I'll tell you why. Diallo is more of a 90-minute performer. Even if he doesn't get his goal, he's a 90-minute performer. We don't have a lot of these players on our team. If you replace a bum like Garnacho with Salah, who, let's be honest, Diallo does a lot more within the 90, especially off the ball. And then you have that luxury player who maybe won't do a lot, but when he gets his moments, he's going to give you a brilliant moment in the final third with a goal or an assist or something like that. That attack combination would work because that's how Mane was. Mane didn't really have more goals than Salah. He didn't have more GA. He didn't have his big moments. But Mane was the one that on the other side that was doing everything within the 90. And then you had the luxury player on the other side that when you got that moment, he was putting these chances away and scoring a couple goals and winning the game. If you make a balance like that, that would work. The issue is that you told me I'll replace Salah with Diallo. Salah is not going to run like a dog for 90 minutes and do what Diallo does. And that's what I'm saying. He won't get the chance to do what he does for Liverpool playing for this trash team. You know what I'm saying? It's not I'm making a direct comparison. If I have a finished article team, which player I'd rather have? If I have a team that's perfect, tailor-made for someone, I'm like, yeah, put Salah in. This guy's going to give me goals. Everything is already set. Then I'll take
but that narrative is not true because even when we haven't
I wouldn't swap him in the team that we have now.
Yeah, but even when we haven't had
I know it would work.
He was still the one performing. Even the year where we dropped off and we finished 5th, he was still like he scored the winner against Man City.
We have Ahmed doing right back shifts to make up for the shit team.
Yeah, but Salah has
imagine me bringing Salah to my team and be like, Salah, can you track back because Bruno's losing the ball? Salah,
no, he will not track back. Yani, I know this, but I'm saying he's delivered in good teams and in bad teams. The Nat Phillips and Reece Williams teams, he delivered in them.
Sam, you've got players here like Gravenberch. You've got players like McAllister, who are actually.
You have Ugarte. You have Kobe Mainoo. Like, they're not random players.
No, I'm not. Listen, I rate Kobe and I like Ugarte, but what I'm saying here is that with Salah, when I look at the Liverpool attack, Salah can bag goals. I know you don't like Diaz, but he can chip in every now and then. And who else? Jota, who when he's fit, he can bag goals. If you look at their age and where they are in their development as players, Salah is literally like, even though it's not his prime, he's matured as a footballer now, and he's improved his game and he's become more creative. Diaz is He's in his prime now, 27, 28. Jota, 20. I don't know what his age is. All of our attackers in this team. Garnacho, useless. I'm better than him. Ahmed Diallo, he's a good player. He's 22. Højlund, there's no sample size of anywhere of him being a proven goal scorer. Xerxes, it's too early to say. I know he's got his strengths in, but he's not a proven number 9 that's going to bag you goals. So there's no point misprofiling him. Rashford, he plays when he feels like it. Up and down. So there's no consistency with, someone can bail us out of nothing. Of course, Salah can do that, but there's so many other positions that we need to utilize first and actually improve, such as the wing backs. For example, the back line as well. Then you can get your Salah who can bag you the goals, or you can get what Staffy was saying.
Well, Salah's better than Diallo, though. You know that's a disrespect to say Diallo's better than Salah. Don't overdo it, Ahmed. There come a point in time where you must
level that Diallo hasn't reached yet. So yes, of course, I'm gonna say yes.
Thank you.
But I'm just saying,
Ahmed, you are a fraud.
Ahmed loves and it's fine, bro. Listen, it's fun.
You are the biggest. This guy is a technique merchant. Wallah, he's a technique merchant.
I'm just saying,
Ahmed, who's the best Premier League midfielder?
You know the actual.
Who's the best Premier League midfielder of all time?
Scholes, man. Scholes or
oh my God.
Scholes or Yaya, bro.
Best technician, you fraud.
Scholes is man.
If you're talking about technique,
Are you out of your mind? Yaya.
What's wrong with Yaya Toure?
Yaya. You're out of your mind.
What's wrong with Yaya?
my
Yaya was
God.
ridiculous.
Yaya. It's most
Wait, Safa, you want to
overrated.
hear which
He's the
one?
most overrated career in the Premier League. It's the
Yaya,
most
overrated.
overrated career.
You think that will
Overrated.
piss you off? Let me tell you what I
Overrated
said,
career.
I said earlier today on Straight Facts. He said, arguably, you can argue, not definitely, you can argue that Kante was world class.
No. Listen, I said it in that way, like by mistake.
So
as
he
a
wasn't
euphemism.
sure. He's not sure.
No,
if
I
Kante
was
was-
sure he's world class, but I said it like in a
He is world class.
bad euphemism, basically.
He was world class.
Sam,
Yeah, can't
Sam, you know what a bigger
This
problem
guy
is?
said the Ginger Jorginho is the best midfielder in Premier League history.
Have shame, man.
Absolutely.
Respect Scholes. Respect Scholes, man.
How about you respect Scholes? You know, see, you know how I know people who know ball? If you rate Paul Scholes or not.
What's wrong
That's
with
why
Scholes?
Andrew knows ball. Andrew, first conversation, me and him spoke, he already said this. Scholes can't be compared to Gerrard and Lampard. He can't. And then
That's okay.
and then you have the frauds who want to bring Scholes. Scholes couldn't carry a team. Stop. United fans. Prop Ronaldo, prop Rooney, prop Rio Ferdinand, prop Vidic, prop Schmeichel. There's so many players you can prop. Evra even. There's so many players you can prop. Why do you prop this guy that has never even made a top 50 Ballon d'Or list? He has never even won Man United Player of the Year. Imagine I tell you a player is so great, he never even won his own club's Player of the Year.
No, but
How
I
is
think-
that possible?
You know why?
I will jump from this
When you
building.
look at okay,
How?
because you always say this, and it's so disingenuous.
But it's a
Scholes,
solid
you
argument.
always say this. Scholes always played in a team that was so good that we had always had at least one or two world-class players that were scoring all the goals. Look at the players that Scholes played with. He played with Cantona, he played with Van Nistelrooy, he played with Rooney, he played with Ronaldo. These guys were always gonna get the shouts over them because they are the cherry on the top of a very successful team. To
Why
talk
don't we
about
have thousand
Scholes like
assists?
that, because obviously what he did was never gonna stand out more than goals because goals always stand out over everything else. Of course, he was gonna never get that recognition because he didn't score the goals on a bad team like Gerrard did. Does not dismiss what he did.
But that's
There's
not
a reason
reality.
why-
That's not true because
Yeah, but
Scholes in the beginning of his career played in the number 10, and he was actually a second striker almost and scored a lot of goals.
Yeah,
And
he
yes, he
scored
never
a lot
got
of
the
goals when he was
recognition.
younger.
But you
so-
want to know what debunks your argument? Genuinely, I'm not even going to use my own player. I'm going to debunk your argument using Lampard. Lampard played with Drogba and Terry and Makalele and SEM and some of the greatest wingers, strikers, defenders.
Lampard had more goals than
Ashley
Drogba.
Cole, Petr Cech, and he still was nominated for a Ballon d'Or. He still finished in the top 3.
He had more-
He still
because
made
he
the
had
World
more
11.
goals than
Let me
Drogba.
finish. He still made the World 11. He still won Chelsea Player of the Year. You cannot tell me that the greatest midfielder in Premier League history never even won his own club's Player of the Year. The Scholes career was revised after he retired. People now start acting like Scholes is this unbelievable player because of made-up quotes. Scholes is a very good midfielder, but we played in the playgrounds. In the UAE, even when I was growing up, people wore the Gerrard shirt, the Lampard shirt. We used to go play football, and the debate every day was Gerrard and Lampard. Wallahi al-Azim, growing up, no one mentioned Scholes. Not a single person wanted
But
to
I
be
just told
Scholes.
you it was because
No
of the
one
goals.
mentioned him. But it's not about the goals. I'm talking about his career.
Wallahi,
I'm telling you. Okay, one second.
Wallahi, this is an agenda.
What
Okay,
about
one
yeah,
second.
it's
what
not-
about
I
Vieira?
love that.
What about
Agenda.
Vieira?
Nothing is ever gonna change
Let's
my
use
mind.
modern era
Agenda.
as
But what about
benchmark.
Vieira?
Give you honest,
Vieira didn't
give
have
you
goals
honest
like that.
benchmark. No agenda, honest benchmark. In the Klopp era, who's the most influential players? Alisson, Van Dijk,
Mhm.
Salah,
Mhm.
Mane.
Trent. Yeah.
No problem. All of those players at least won Liverpool Player of the Season. I cannot claim that Salah is the best winger in Premier League history, but he never even won his own club's Player of the Season. How does that make sense logically? Because you have had defenders win it, Staffy. You have had fullbacks win it. You have had goalkeepers win it. You have had forwards win it, wingers win it. It's not just a matter of position or goals, because at the start of his career, if you go to Scholes' career, I looked at it because I know what I'm talking about when I want to debunk the Scholes bullshit narrative. At the start, he was playing behind the striker. He was scoring a whole lot of goals.
So what is your issue with Scholes? Because I'll be honest.
Because he's
If
ginger.
you rate the likes of Pirlo, you rate the likes of Xavi, you like.
But
you rate
Scholes
the-
is not Pirlo level or Xavi level.
You don't think
He
he's that
sits on a
level?
Xavi table. He
No,
sits
I
in-
think Xavi is the third best midfielder in history. I think Xavi is way better than Gerrard. But I'm not taking Scholes anywhere near Xavi.
Scholes
It's not
sits
a
on the-
matter of. I think the greatest midfielder of all time is Zidane. In second place, I put Iniesta. In third place, I put Xavi. That's my top 3. I don't even put any like
And
Liverpool or any Premier
Modric
League
is better.
midfielder.
Modric is better than Scholes.
Yeah, and then you
Modric
got the
is
likes
better
of
than Scholes.
of course Modric is better than Scholes.
I'm not gonna
100%.
lie. I'd put Lothar Matthäus.
Stados better than him.
Scholes
I
is
think-
better than Scholes.
I think Scholes
Lothar
is
Matthäus,
maybe
bro.
in the tier with like
Yeah, I would.
Schweinsteiger.
Bro. I would.
Scholes sits on the Xavi table. He does sit. He
All
sits.
Scholes
Ahmed
is
never
not
was
on the
him,
Xavi
bro.
table.
He doesn't.
Yes, he
sit
was.
up.
All Scholes
No,
is not
he's
the
better
only
than any
reason,
Chelsea
no,
midfielder.
the only
He's better
reason,
than any
no,
Chelsea
no.
midfielder.
Let's
Have
be
shame,
honest. Let's
Have
be honest, and I'm not putting let me just clarify.
Has
I'm not putting
Lampard,
Lampard on that
spicy
table either.
fucking
I'm
Dele
not
Alli,
putting
bro.
Lampard on that table. The only reason Scholes gets near that table is when he's bringing the drinks to the other guys who sit at that table as a waiter.
You're
Zach,
so, you're so
Thank
disrespectful.
you, mate.
And that,
Thank
and
you.
you know
No,
what? That's why.
No, I didn't
That's
put. I
why
didn't put.
Scholes
I didn't put Lampard.
How many?
I didn't put
And that's
Lampard
why
on
Scholes won all these trophies on your goat's head. And when they went head to head, he never beat him like
Came back from retirement and the
Scholes beat him a lot more times than you.
Guys, Scholes won the trophy, not Ronaldo, Rooney,
Yeah,
Tevez,
Scholes- yeah, I remember
Oh, so
Scholes
now wait,
standing
wait,
out.
wait.
you know,
Wait,
Van
hold
der
on.
Sar,
Scholes standing out,
Schmeichel, Rio,
Why
Vidic,
can't it be
Evra,
everyone winning
Dennis
the trophy?
Irwin,
Why
Rooney.
Wait, wait,
What Scholes won?
can't it
No,
be
no,
all
no,
the
hold on,
winning
hold on.
trophies?
So you just said earlier you blame him because he wasn't the standout. How does that
Oh,
even
he
make
is.
sense? Why does he have to be the standout? And you just did that, and you just named everyone else. But
No,
why
no,
do
but
we
that's
act
my
like
point.
Scholes-
But
Scholes
that's
was-
literally my point. Scholes is just one of the
arguably
guys.
top 3 in every team he played in under Sir Alex. He would always be top 3. There's no even debate on that.
Yeah, Habibi, you won
The
2 Champions
longevity
League.
that he had.
You won 2 Champions League finals
That's
under
mad.
Ferguson. One against Bayern Munich, he didn't even play to begin with. The second one against Chelsea, he had stinker and hooked. He was subbed off. Have you ever seen Gerrard subbed off in any final or Frank Lampard? Never. You know why? Because they're the engine. Let me just show the guys one thing. This is what I'm building my argument on, okay? And you could call it, you know, who cares, blah, blah. This is my personal argument. I just want to explain it, right? Tell me how the best Premier League midfielder of all time never won England's Player of the Year, never got into the UEFA Team of the Year, never won his fans Player of the Season, never won the PFA Player of the Season, never made the World 11. He never even got a top 50 vote. Guys,
Damn.
I am not
got
asking Paul
evidence.
Scholes to win a
So
Ballon
you're
d'Or.
telling me
I am
so
not
many-
asking him
He was
to
player
be
of
in
the
the
month four
top
times.
3.
Alright,
I am
I
not
need
asking
to-
him to be in the top 10, but he was never even nominated.
I need to be
How
on
do you
the-
not
already
even get
explained
a
that.
nomination
No.
your whole
It's not
career?
his fault.
Luis
No.
Garcia got a nomination. Luis
Sam,
Garcia
sorry,
got
but if
not
you're
my
only
fault.
Jamie
basing
Carragher-
the argument on
Jamie
that,
Carragher
then
has
I'm
more
sorry,
Ballon d'Or
man.
nominations
I
than
can't,
Paul
bro.
Scholes.
I can't take that.
Wallahi
seriously.
al-Azim, Jamie Carragher
I
has more
cannot take
Ballon d'Or
awards
nominations.
seriously, bro. I can't. Personally,
It's
I
not
can't,
his
bro.
fault, as I said. It's not
Zeer,
his
you
fault.
can't take awards seriously. Why? Because back
I'll
in
tell you
them
what,
days,
no, because I've seen
back in
scams
them
in these
days, it
awards,
was
bro.
about
I cannot take
individual.
awards serious.
Okay. Okay, let me tell you one thing. World 11, 08-09.
Okay, so okay.
08-09, Liverpool won nothing. We finished second and we got knocked out of the Champions League by Chelsea. Gerrard was in the World 11 next to Iniesta and Xavi. Yalla, tell me how. If he's this,
Gerrard?
if, like Scholes is so much better and he was in a team that actually
Listen,
won.
I'm not talking about Scholes being better
Yeah.
than Gerrard, all this, but if you're only
was-
basing the argument off the award thing, come on. What
I am not basing it just on that. Yeah, I'm just using plain logic. Very, very logical argument. Wallahi, you can say it's crazy or anything. I'm telling you a genuine question. Yeah, when I claim someone is the greatest in his position in a competition's history, when he has no Ballon d'Or nominations, never made the World 11, never got nominated for a Ballon d'Or. Like you're talking, he never won his own club's player of the year. How can I say a player played for Man United 20 years, never won Man United Player of the Year, but he's the best Premier League midfielder of all time?
So did you
Make
mind
it make
that-
sense.
So when Ronaldo, as an example, in because you said in 2008, I think, when Ronaldo was getting nominated for Ballon d'Or after Ballon d'Or, were they really going to put Scholes over him when he was the main guy in that team? Scholes was a good player in that team, and he was the best midfielder we had. But you had Ronaldo going to the Ballon d'Or ceremony as a top 3 every year. You think they were going to remove Messi and Saka or whatever and put him up there? Like,
No.
I just don't understand the
But you
logic
just
how
changed
that
my
shows you're a
argument.
good midfielder or not.
But you just changed my argument because I'm not talking about top 3, top 5, top 10. I'm saying he never got a nomination, meaning he was never in the top 30, mate.
You talk about
That's
Gerrard.
fine. I already explained it.
Zero top 30 appearances.
Yeah, but what outstanding
Zero.
play did you have barring Gerrard?
Say that again.
What outstanding player did you have, Bar and John? Because there was loads of quality in that United team.
Yeah, but we had a lot of
That's what
times
I'm
where we had
saying.
some good
He
teams.
did
You
it
got
Suarez.
Rooney.
because of the goals.
You got Rooney. You got Rooney, who's a Premier League goal. You've got Ronaldo when he won the Ballon d'Or, who was the best player in the world.
Okay, who else? Keep going.
You had the best centre back partnership as well. We had amazing goalkeepers. So what? I can guarantee you, by
Okay,
the
so
way.
you just mentioned
Scholes-
3 players. I'm
No, but
saying Scholes should be at least one of the 30. See how low I'm putting the bar? If someone is the greatest in his position in Premier League history, at least be one of the 30.
He was never gonna get there because of the GA.
It's not
Once
even
again.
about GA. I
That's why
already
Lampard
told
was
you
rated,
the
but that's-
reality.
that's
Ask
why
Andrew, he's old enough. He watched Scholes' debut and shit.
That's why
Bro,
Lampard
Scholes
rated.
was playing almost
Because
up
of GA.
top, right behind the strikers.
Surfer thinks Lampard is a better midfielder than Scholes. I cannot argue that.
Yeah, well,
What
that's
do you
not
want me to say?
Yeah, but I think
It's not
Lampard is
non-
better
it's
than
not
Scholes as
nonsense.
well.
As a
it's not
midfielder,
hard.
Lampard cannot touch.
He
Well,
can.
but,
he
but,
can.
but then you're underrating Lampard's
No, 'cause
ability.
Hassan, you
Because
said- you
Lampard
said-
was.
I actually think in the argument, I always said I thought it was Scholes, Gerrard, and then Lampard. I thought Lampard without the GA he wouldn't be there, just because he got a lot of goals for his team.
That's the
reason
problem.
he got a lot
That's
of
the
goals is
problem.
because they catered to him.
That's the problem.
Whereas
You know he's
Scholes-
got.
The great
You know he's got
Frank
more
Lampard.
assists than Gerrard in the Premier League, don't you, Lampard? And I'm not
Huh?
taking a shot at Gerrard. I'm just saying. And I know you're going to go who he played with. He's underrated. He played all forms of midfield for about
I
8
think
years.
technically as a midfielder, Scholes was better than Lampard, and then Gerrard was better than Lampard.
Here's
I
the
had
thing.
Lampard
Here's the
as
thing.
well. Lampard was a good goal
Technique
scorer,
is
but
right.
that's not an attribute that I want to
Technique
make
is
man.
right.
How can
I
you say
think Paul
technically
Scholes-
Scholes is better than
let me
Gerrard,
finish,
though?
Sam. Let me just say this. I think
Gerrard's
Paul
complete.
Scholes and Gerrard. I think Paul Scholes and Gerrard are naturally gifted. Lampard had to work on it and became gifted. That's what he did. He worked on it. He worked on it.
Fair, yeah.
What was
Okay.
Lampard?
Yeah, and
have?
Lampard,
Lampard
by the
has
way,
awareness.
towards the end of his
Let me
career-
clarify one thing. Sam's not saying Scholes isn't good. He's just saying he's not the greatest. He never said Scholes.
Yes, and
was
he's not on the level of those
Yeah.
two.
Exactly.
No, but the thing
He's just-
is,
yeah,
no,
he's just-
but I'll spin it on this. Yeah, I'll spin it on this. This is a different one, but whenever I hear like Salah versus Hazard, I always see people say, "Oh, look what Hazard said about Salah." Okay, by that logic, what did Zidane say about Scholes? What did Iniesta and
That's
Xavi
a
say
fake
about Scholes?
quote.
No, it's not a fake quote. What did Pep Guardiola say about Scholes? No,
Yeah,
but-
Habibi, okay.
That's the
You
logic.
see all these
I
quotes.
can find
okay.
Zidane
First
quotes
of all,
about
Pep
Lampard.
Guardiola
I can find Zidane
will
quotes
choose
about
any
Lampard,
midfielder
so-
in the world. He will choose
He
Mikel
never-
Arteta over Lampard because Arteta can pass left and pass right. That is all fucking Pep Guardiola cares about. So let's not talk about Pep. Yahi, you see these quotes that they lied to you about? Yahi, they lied to you about so many quotes. So many quotes they lied to you about, right? When I bring you a quote, I can bring you a quote with the article. Also, if you want to talk about quotes, Yahi, Messi said Romero is the best center back in the world. Does anyone here think Romero is the fucking best center back in the
Wait,
world?
that's not the same
Yeah,
thing.
Yahi, have some
yeah.
shame, yeah.
That
Yeah,
Messi said that Scholes' name was mentioned in La Masia a lot.
Iniesta and Xavi both said it, yeah.
He said that. Pep Guardiola literally in our 2009 final. I remember that interview. I remember watching. They asked him if you could take one player from this United team, who would it be? Scholes was how old was he? I think Scholes was 37 at that time, 36, and he said he would take Paul Scholes in that Barca team. That Barca team that just won the sextuple a year before. He said he would take him. These are
He wouldn't
these
start
cool.
for them.
Even Thierry Henry said it, by
Huh?
the way, when he was getting asked.
He
that
wouldn't
question.
start for them. See, when I bring up quotes, look at this. I give you a reference. Watch this. The Guardian, see? Right here. The Guardian, see? Full time. They're asking
Yeah.
me to pay money and shit. Right here, The Guardian.
Yeah.
Look at
True
this.
Oh, that guy looks like Cronky, bro.
Look at
Next to
Right
Trump.
here. Article more than 15 years old. Zidane hails Gerrard as best. I bring reference here, March 2009. He was
but I
asked.
think in 2009,
No,
Gerrard
but
won the league.
one
That's
second,
not
one
wrong.
second. He was asked about Messi and Ronaldo, and he says that Gerrard is better than Messi and Ronaldo in 2009. Imagine.
Yeah, but in 2009, Gerrard was better than Scholes. For that year, I agree with. That's the year you guys were title
I'm talking
contenders.
about the quotes that the United fans made up, Yach. I can bring you reference, Guardian. I can bring you real interviews, everything. But
At the end of
a
the
lot
day,
of
bro,
things
when
that
you
they
talk
have
about
is not
when you talk about a midfielder that won the league 11 times, and he was a
Yeah,
part of that midfield, being the best midfield in the league 11 times. We cannot sit
Mhm.
here and dismiss what he's done. He's had so many partners. He's done it with Roy Keane. He's done it with Carrick. He's done it with God knows who else. This
But
guy's
is
been an
Giggs better
integral
than
part
Ronaldo?
for a team that won a league 11 times.
Is
I don't-
Giggs better than Ronaldo?
Is Giggs better than Ronaldo? What does that mean?
Is Giggs
Like,
better than
repeat.
Ronaldo?
At their peak? No, I don't
In
think
the Premier League, who's better, Giggs or Ronaldo? Here, easy question.
No, of course, Ronaldo, because he had a better peak.
But Giggs has 13 titles, the most out of any player in Premier League history.
No, but
So
you
where do
didn't
we
hear
go
what I
from
said. I
But
said
that's
he was
not-
an integral part for all 11. I'll
Yeah,
be
but
honest with
Carrick
you.
has more league titles than Lampard. Carrick has more league titles than Yaya Toure.
I
I'm
think
not taking
Carrick was also underrated, but
Carrick, I agree, is underrated. But
thing about
Scholes
Giggs,
is
though,
overrated.
the thing about Giggs won the last championship we won. He had 0 goals in that one. Like he generally didn't do anything. Like he got carried to that one. So that's why you can't shamelessly claim all of that. Like I can't say he played a big part.
You're a smart man. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The reason
Scholes
why
retired. We lost the league. We brought him back. We won the league, and then he retired again. Like that's
Yeah,
how
Habibi,
important
you
he
had
was
a
to
better
us.
team the year after. Listen, akhi,
We didn't
you
have
know
a
the
better team.
argument.
We brought back
You
Scholes
know
from
the
the
argument
Thailand
I'm making is not a weak one. If I claim someone is the best in his position ever, he never even won his own club's player of the year. What the fuck are we doing here? Like, bro, Henderson won
Already.
Liverpool player of the year. What the hell, bro?
Did Busquets ever get like a sick award when he was with Iniesta and Xavi? Did he ever get one? Busquets.
That's a very good
Yeah, but
point.
you want to know? But you don't know what? No one claims Busquets is the best La
No, no,
Liga
no.
midfielder of all time.
No, but
Wait,
they say
Busquets
Busquets.
There
literally
are
gets
people that
claimed to be
actually
the
do
best
that
6 ever.
shamelessly. Salah Hazam, there are people that do that.
But they say Busquets is the best CDM.
If anyone thinks Busquets is better than Xavi and Iniesta, they need to stop talking
no,
football.
no, no. But what I'm saying is, yeah, what I'm saying is,
They do.
There's a
Yeah.
very good argument to why Busquets is better than them. Busquets, literally, I think Busquets is the best 6 to ever play. I
You
genuinely
think
do believe.
there's an argument for Busquets over Xavi and Iniesta?
100%. Go ask Xavi and Iniesta.
Okay,
they'll tell you.
okay. Let me read
Are
the
you
super
insane,
chat, guys.
bro?
I cannot.
Can I say one thing before you
Are
do
we
the
gonna
super chat?
disrespect Busquets as well?
I
Scholes
feel like
for me is not a top
Busquets
5
is unreal.
midfielder in Premier League history. I take
I
a
will-
lot of
Iniesta and
midfielders.
Xavi were as good as Salah or better. I can't lie.
I take a
okay,
lot of
guys,
midfielders.
we cannot have this whole conversation and not mention Patrick Vieira once because I feel like Scholes is not even top 3 because Patrick Vieira is in the top 3. Not
Yes,
Scholes.
agreed.
your
Just
legend
that.
says otherwise. By the way, that's all I'm saying, Thierry Henry. Your
No,
legend says
bro.
otherwise.
No.
That's all I'm
Patrick,
saying.
we all know
You
Patrick
know,
Vieira
since
is-
you want to bring Arsenal into this, we should actually forget Scholes. I don't know why we keep doing this. We should be talking about if Salah surpassed Henry or not.
Okay, you know what?
That is before
Okay, you know what? We're
guys,
gonna talk about Arsenal next. Let me just do these super chats before we hop into Arsenal. Guys, we are just 10 likes away from 200 likes. Let's get there. Also, I'm only 3 subs away from 42.8k. Let's get there before we keep going to 43k. Inshallah, there's a lot of stuff coming your way. So, like the video right now, subscribe to the channel. Also, all these guys' channels in the description. Go give TKA Football a subscription. Go give Staffy TV a subscription. Go subscribe to AA United TV. Go subscribe to Casual AFC. Go subscribe to Zeer Talks as well. So, yeah, big up to all of you guys. And yeah, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. This has been a very entertaining debate. One day I need to genuinely do a breakdown of Scholes' career once and for all, so I can destroy the overrated.
You know what? You encourage me to go back because his best career was before I start watching. I start watching.
Yeah, go back and see, bro. He literally played behind the strikers.
No, I know that, but I'm gonna go look at every year that he played in. Who was the best player in our team and where they ranked in the world? To say, oh, well, when he wasn't the best player in the team is because this guy was there, that guy was there. When Lampard and Gerrard didn't really have a lot of players ahead of. So
yeah, but my point is, look, when Van Dijk finished second in the Ballon d'Or, Salah was nominated, Mane was nominated, Trent was nominated, Alisson was nominated. Hell, even Henderson was nominated. So we've had players nominated in that position. So I'm not asking him to win it. I'm not asking him to be top 10. Just be top 30.
Is Bruno better?
All I'm asking for is top 30. That's it.
And you know what I'm gonna do also? I'm gonna go look at everyone that was nominated and how big they were in their team to be like, whoa. I mean, Pavel Nedved.
I just gave you a genuine example. I gave you a genuine example. 2005, Jamie Carragher was in the top 30. Luis Garcia was in the top 30. Tfaddal.
No, I'll go look. I'm telling you, exactly. I'm gonna go look back at every year and we're gonna have a debate on this.
No problem.
Bro,
Rashford,
the first year you look at the recent year, you're already gonna be like not trustworthy. I'm telling you from now.
Yeah, let me hear this Rashford khara.
Yeah, Habibi, you're mad because Lewandowski never won it. COVID happened, didn't it? That's not how.
Listen.
Big up to Red Indian who says Rashford the scapegoat.
Lewandowski, Ribery.
Can you respect Red Indian, mate? Rashford the scapegoat. What about apart from these three? What about the rest of the players, likes of Anthony Rasmus? Other culprits need looking at first. More. Don't join the media train as a Liverpool fan. Is
Can
what
I answer
Red
that?
Indian said.
Can I answer that just real quick?
Go ahead.
I want Rashford's PR team. Shit. Listen, I want Rashford's PR team, by the way. That's all I'm saying. Bring me here, because you know what's mad, yeah? I'm sick and tired of Rashford talk on my timeline 24/7 as if he's Ronaldo or Messi. Wallah, I'm tired of it, yeah? this guy, if you look at his season, each season by
I
season,
can't lie, his PR is crazy still.
bro, his PR,
It's
this guy averages 9 goals a season, and we're talking like he's our savior, by the way, the guy put out a stinker in a European League final, and then he said process 5 times. Wallahi, this guy is a fraud. He's a fraud, bro.
Ahmed, Rashford's PR team couldn't save you from your Saka take and also your Diallo over Salah take on the stream.
Listen, forget about Saka, by the way. Forget about Saka, but
Diallo over Salah, I can't help you though.
No, but
We're gonna get to Saka in a bit. We're gonna get to Saka.
We cannot forget about Saka because he's the next topic.
You are correct. You are correct, Ahmed. You want to know who also put up a stinker in a European final? Paul Scholes, and he was subbed off. Big up to Bernino Gunnar, who says,
and what
you are glowing because you are confident to win, is what Bermuda Gunnar is saying. Listen, I love the projection from you Arsenal losers, but you're the favorite. Don't bring me into this. I literally have a whole...
Big up Liverpool.
Staffy, don't get rattled, mate. Don't get rattled. You get me? But I have a whole graphic, mate. Yeah,
oh, that's a lot.
Have a whole graphic, mate.
But Hosam,
You know
we debunked this. We debunked it.
Hey, you see who's bottom
Look at
right?
Chelsea.
Bottom right.
Oh my
Look at Chelsea, the meerkat. Wallah, this is shameful, bro. This is
This is shameful. Forget this.
You want to know why Arsenal are the hyenas? Because they're the loudest fan base. Wallahi. They're the
Oh yeah,
loudest.
that I agree with.
No,
That's
but we already debunked this on Saad's channel. What you're saying, the picture that you're fixing is not, it's not correct. It's not accurate.
Saad is a fraud, isn't it? Saad is a fraud.
Yeah,
Big
so
up.
can you look at my tweet when you're done, by the way?
Can I what?
Toxic Tash is asking. Actually, you don't have Twitter.
Who says I don't? Big up. Hey, Zeer, Ahmed, Olis. Oh, what?
Ahmed or Olise.
Ahmed or
Hey,
Olise.
Zeer. Oh, I think he means
Ahmed or
Ahmed. Ahmed or Olise.
Ahmed or Olise. Yeah, well, this
Olise.
is now
I'll
what
say-
No, Zeer, you answer first, Zeer.
So you said Olise. So you think Olise is better than Salah? A'udhu billah.
No,
Olise is
wait,
cool.
wait, no, I'm talking about Olise or
Olise is
Ahmed.
cool.
Wait,
Olise is
دقيقة.
very cool.
Wait, Ahmed or
No,
Olise.
I'm asking. No, Ahmed.
Olise is a quality player. There's quality player, Olise. Bro, I
We're
wanted
not
about
talking
Man
about
United.
quality. Ahmed or Elise? Which one
Who,
would
me?
you choose?
You said
Yeah,
Ahmed,
yeah.
me.
Ahmed or
No,
Olise,
no.
choose.
Bro, I'm back in
I
Diallo,
shouldn't
bro.
even. I'm taking
Diallo's my
Olise
guy,
over
bro.
Ahmed.
Diallo's my guy. Man's gonna
خلاص,
back
he
it.
loves Diallo. What can we do? What if Man
I'm
United
taking
throws?
Olise over Ahmed, by the way.
Of course you are. Any normal human being.
Yeah.
What if Man United throws money at Diallo, signs for crazy money, and then turns into Rashford? Then what? Oh, good question.
Wow. So
It's a
many
shit
ifs.
question. We're
I mean,
dealing with
you
hypotheticals
cannot,
that
you
can happen
cannot
every
do
day.
it. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Just let him go? You know what I'm saying? Bro,
Like
of
what-
course you're gonna
It's
resign
such
him.
a weird question. So by that, we can all go back and look at failed signings and failed contracts we gave to players. Be like, oh, because it happened once. You know what? Let's not do it again. So Sam, I expect you to sign no strikers because you signed Nunes last time, and Nunes was shit. So every time you sign a striker, I'm gonna be like, what if he's the next Nunes?
Facts.
Habibi, I would take
Is that-
Magdi Mohammed over Nunes. Let's even go there. Big up to Nafisa. He's literally the Egyptian Lukaku, by the way. Not even. This is reality, bro. Man United fans act entitled as if success is their birthright. You were once wealthy with all the luxuries, but now you're broke, still clinging to outdated pride and standards. Big up Nafisa, Arsenal fan, by the way.
Arsenal fan, but she's never smelt a Champions League. Say less, man. She's never smelt a
Boy,
Champions League.
Arsenal's still rich. What the hell?
Yeah,
If
rich.
he's a sound salty, that's it.
Shit.
Damn, no response from
What do you tell
TKA.
me, bro? I didn't say shit.
No response from TKA.
Sorry, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah,
Hey, big up Nafisa, innit?
yeah.
Big up.
Pays
Like,
too
you're
many to Arsenal, man. Say less. Bro.
Also, Ahmed, the difference between you and Madrid is crazy. Yeah, I can lie. You cannot say United is the biggest club in the world because Real
Yeah,
Madrid.
we're up there with Madrid. That's fine. Madrid can be the biggest. But I said-
I get what
No,
you
but
mean.
let's all
brother.
get there. Let's all
Wallahi,
get
bro.
there.
We just
'cause,
had
bro, I would say about my club.
Commercially,
Yeah,
But they just got a new stadium and we got a herd of rats.
yeah, we've got rats. Yeah, that's fine. I've
Yeah,
never said that we're
wallahi.
bigger than Madrid. I've never
Like, there's
said
a time and place to say certain things. Like 10 years ago, I'd say that proudly, no problem. Right now, it's like
Yeah, that's how you just can't bait.
Yeah, right now you just calma.
Yeah. Also, Madrid wouldn't lose 3-0 to Bournemouth at home. Every time a player breaks through, you compare him to Saka, nor is be close. He's more Coman or Martinelli from
Who's
2
that?
years ago, is what
Who
Celtic
is?
did.
Ahmed?
What?
Bro,
Diallo?
Yeah.
Diallo's Martinelli. طيب.
Yeah, he's saying he's closer to Martinelli or
Yeah, but-
Kingsley Coman than he is.
Not
Yeah,
any.
yeah.
Bro,
I-
Kingsley
I-
Coman,
I-
bro,
I-
he's a baller. Bro,
No,
Kings
no,
go
no,
on.
This is not any Martinelli. This is the 15 goal, 6 assist season.
Yeah,
Martinelli.
2 years ago,
Okay,
Martinelli. Yeah,
so let me tell you
Bro,
this.
I'm still
Anyone who
taking
watches
Kingsley Coman over
football
Martinelli.
thinks Martinelli and Diallo are the same profile, I cannot help you with that. خلاص, like you're just too far gone. ربنا معك. ربنا يشفيك, and maybe one day you'll join us.
But not even that, bro. Martelli and Ahmed in the same sentence, bro. Wallahi, just go watch badminton at this point.
That's like Diallo and Salah in the
2
same
years
sentence.
ago. He said 2 years
Imagine
ago.
Diallo over Salah. Check his screws, Hussam. I figured it out, Nafisa. Ahmed just loves Ahmed Diallo, and there is nothing we can do about it. It's impossible. Khalas.
Yep.
You cannot convince him. You have to stop. You have
You know
to
what?
stop.
Salah at this age was playing for Fiorentina, so I don't know.
Yeah, and
You
Salah
gotta wait.
a year later was playing for Roma, got into Liga team of the season, the Serie A team of the season, and guess
Hey,
what?
we'll see what happens next year.
And guess
I'd
what?
rather
He
see
won.
that-
He won Roma Player of the Year. You know. Speaking of importance
I
to
don't
the
think it was that
team.
hard winning that.
Sam, if
Hey, if Ahmed was player of the year this season, there we go. We already matched it.
Sam, if Ahmed Diallo wins United,
Already matched it. I'm just saying. We already matched
Sam,
it.
You're so
Sam,
shameless.
Sam, if Ahmed wins Man United Player of the Year this season, does that mean he's in Scholes?
Hey, listen.
Yeah, that's a good
by
question.
Sam's
That's one
logic,
more than
Diallo
Scholes,
has
isn't
a
it?
better legacy at United than Scholes.
That's one more than Scholes did. Back in school days, Scholes was never mentioned in debates. Never. Even when United fans were at the table. It was always Xavi, Iniesta, Gerrard, Lampard, Pirlo. Wallahi, never heard of Scholes. Anyone who played football in the 2000s and went to the playgrounds and kicked ball around. We used to talk football every day. We used to finish playing football and then go to the baqqala, get something, and then sit, chill together and just talk, bro. Bro, no one mentioned Scholes his name. No one ever wanted to be Paul Scholes. Wallahi, I've never heard a single
I heard
person.
Scholes back in Mani, bro. I heard Scholes bare times in my school.
In Mani, yeah, I heard about Yazan, Amat, and Jordan also.
Scholes was always in conversation.
Please, mate, please. In Mani, you know. Big up TKA. Aslanim. Aslanim? What does that mean?
Aslanum means my lion, but it's basically calling you a lion, but because you're a brother, he says my lion, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Basically.
let's go. By the way, Osimhen not coming to Man United. Okay, fair enough. Prop TKA and then
let's be
Bayor
real. Why would he
Galatasaray fan,
downgrade?
man.
Why would he downgrade? Let's be real, guys. Come on. Realistically speaking, who's at this moment in a better situation? Of course,
Galatasaray. Let's go.
Yeah. There you
Don't
are.
let him talk shit about our legend Staffy. But why is it talking shit? Ask me who the best winger in Premier League history is. Ronaldo.
I
Adi.
don't think he's talking shit. It's
There is a basis to the argument. I'm not talking
How
shit.
you downplay him, but at the end of the day, like nothing you will say will change what I've seen. Like Scholes is generally my favorite player of all time. That's why I don't really care about it.
Fair enough.
Like my eye test is never going to be filled by what you guys say. Like I don't think none of the guys that you named can control a game the way Scholes did. I've seen him chip
Maybe
in
if we
with goals
spoke
when he
3
was
years
younger,
ago,
and
you
I
just
seen him
thought
chip
Jorginho is
in
better than Kante. I hear it because he passed
Who's that?
left, passed right 500 times.
Wait, you said who's
Big
better
up the
than
ginger Jorginho. Big up. Big up to Uga Buga who says incorrect. Darwin was a new signing, not a re-sign. Big difference.
Yeah, I'm a Uga Buga. Open your ears when I speak. I said, by your logic, every time something failed, when we go and try to do something similar to it, we're going to be like, oh, let's not do it because it failed once. So every time now you sign a player in a position that failed before, should I say, oh, but it's going to be the forget ya Ahmed Darwin. If a manager failed,
Andy Carroll.
it's like me telling a surfer, oh, don't sign Maresca because Poch failed. So it failed once, it's going to fail again. That's the logic I'm using.
Sam would have told me that. Sam would have told me that in the summer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like
but-
when
Yeah, Habibi, who brought up GA when we're talking about... Yeah, Habibi, I just said Ronaldo's better than Salah. I said Henry is better than Salah. And I said Gerrard is the best midfielder ever in Premier League history. Not Lampard, even though Lampard has more GA. GA. Habibi, خلاص, when I watch Scholes, it's like watching Jorginho. Pass left, pass right,
Imagine being the
dictate
best
tempo.
at something when you never
Yeah,
won it.
you know what it is? If Man United had a player from Spain called Hernandez, random guy no one heard of, instead of Scholes, they'd have won the same exact trophies. Yalla, Hernandez, pass left, pass right, 300 million times. Yalla, we won the league.
Active listening. Active listening, not selective
Yasser
listening.
doesn't have ears, ya habibi. Yasser, wake up your ears, ya. The United fans' delusion is quite unique, so we just pity them because no one is as low as 13th. Any bullshit they spit stinks. الضرب في الميت حرام. JJ Ash, hey. It's true, it is true. They're dead already, innit? They're dead. They're dead.
Isn't JJ Ash an Arsenal fan?
He is, mate.
And
Is
he's,
he a
and he's, and he's also one of the
يعني
nicest
يعني
people
نفس
on this
القصة
platform.
نفس القصة.
That's the
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
part.
just you know these people, bro. Listen, you just say okay, وخلاص. Just say okay. They
Okay.
suffered.
Yeah.
حبيبي جد عاش والله حبيبي. Big up. Big up,
Now,
man.
wallah,
It's
you
like
know,
going
you
to
played
Morocco.
that. I have a background that I stream with, which is basically waterfalls in Old Trafford. It's my favorite background. Wallah, I use it every stream. It's literally waterfalls. I'll show you.
Yeah, I see it. It's crazy.
Nah,
Every
it's
time I
literally
stream-
tourism. Wallah, you should bring like what's it called? The thing where they have like the slide with the.
So you know what it is? It's waterfalls, and it looks like there's a jungle up top because it's been raining so much.
Someone
So you
makes
see all the
barbecue,
trees
wallah.
and the bushes. That's what I have as the background.
I'm from Canada. Hussam from Jordan. We both had similar experiences. Just prove that Scholes wasn't good enough to be international. Just good enough to be talked in Manchester. And that's it. I just hate when someone revises someone's career. Bro, you know how many Gerard Lampard debates I had growing up? 500 million. I've never had one Scholes debate my whole life as a kid. When he retired, suddenly he became Messi of midfielders. يا أخي, have some shame. يا أخي, والله have some. No one. And if you're an
We
ability
go by
merchant,
logic of kids.
But,
and if you're an
but,
ability
but bro,
merchant,
I mean the
if
proportions
you're an
are
ability
different.
merchant,
The
then you should
proportions are different.
directly say Gerrard because Gerrard's the most complete midfielder we have seen. Complete?
I
No one
nearly
competes.
had
with Gerrard.
both.
But
I
bro,
nearly had both.
I know
I nearly
the
had
proportions
both
are
in my
different, but it's disingenuous to
both.
say that no one spoke about Scholes. People talked about Scholes.
You know,
And
not when I
Yeah,
was growing up.
The
No one
children
wanted to
didn't.
be
So we're
Scholes.
gonna go by children's logic.
I am
Genuinely, no one wanted to be Scholes. Genuinely, no one had a Scholes shirt, even not a single person.
حرام.
Because it was gonna go for
both
already
in the Netherlands and in Turkey, we talked about Scholes, so he was known for.
Yeah,
us.
that's a lie because I went to Istanbul, mate. Big up Nihat.
Oh,
the taxi
you're gonna
driver.
land in Istanbul, and the first thing you do, wait. So, do you guys talk about Scholes here? I just want to know. I'm a tourist.
Listen,
but I wanna
big up
know, do you talk
Nihat.
about Scholes here?
Big up Nihat, the
Man,
taxi
man,
driver. Wallahi, he
man,
took
like,
me,
when
my
I
mom,
landed
and my
in Istanbul-
brother. Wallahi, he took me, my mom, and my brother. I was talking to him about football for 20 minutes straight. I was like, who's the best Premier League midfielder ever? He said Steven Gerrard directly. Istanbul. He
No,
said it
sir,
himself.
imagine he actually lands in Istanbul, and the first thing he does, he's like, before I step a foot outside this airport, who is
Gerrard
the
or
goal Premier League?
Scholes?
Someone
No, I like
puts
that, I
Scholes,
like
he's like, Mom, we're getting back on the plane. We're not stepping
Bro.
foot in this country.
We're not
Staffy,
going
you
in
know
this
that-
Bro,
country.
they would
Staffy,
give you
you only
Haka
got-
Shukr as answer, bro. They would say
Staffy,
Haka Shukr, bro.
Staffy, you only went there
I was
once.
shocked,
You only
bro.
went there once. You asked the question once, and that just colored. That just it was the whole for the rest of the time. Turkey never spoke about Scholes. He just went there once and asked the question once, and then flew back.
Man United fans is like opening a history book. You know, back in my day, we had Tevez, Ronaldo. Now we have Xerxes and Hoyland. You know,
And back
that's
in
who
their
we
day,
have.
who did they have?
Hey, listen, I'm not here for Xerxes.
Napisa, she had the Premier League GOAT, Thierry Henry. TT,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah,
So
well,
the
Yeah, hold that,
she
mate.
would talk about
We
Arsenal
also
right
we
now.
also
She
had
would
the
say back
better
in the day,
midfielder, Fiera.
Now, wallahi, if you're an Arsenal fan, by the way, you can carry on with your projects in it. Like I said, my club's different.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
club is
100%.
completely. They
You're
can't be
project
chatting.
now.
Arsenal, perfect
You're
segue.
in
Thank you,
Now you
Nikita.
change the
Arsenal fans
conversation.
can't be chatting, by the way, with their little checks. That's what I'm saying.
But
Yeah,
now
let's-
you change the conversation. Why you change the
Perfect,
conversation? We're talking
perfect
about
segue. Okay, okay,
midfield.
1 second.
Yeah,
Big up
let's-
everyone. Big up everyone locked in. 600 people watching us. Guys, likes up. We are at 200 likes, so well done. Let's try get to 300 likes. Let's make the target for the stream 300 likes. So like the video. And speaking of, let's talk Arsenal Football Club, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about the Arsenal. Saka's injured, mate. You get
Yep.
me? TK. Talk to the people, Habibi.
Well, I actually said what I said the last stream and at the halftime show as well. I didn't even celebrate the game because of the way he just looked when he went down, bro. Normally he can walk and limp, you know, the whole meme, haha. But even now he couldn't even stand on his foot, and he went off with crutches. And then I was like, bro, this is minimum 3-4 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be those kinds of situations, bro. It was worse. It was not only worse. It was twice of what I thought. It turned from 4 weeks into 8 to 10 weeks, and he's gone till March. That means for me personally, if you don't go out in January and spend some serious cash on like 2-3 players, we are not in this title race anymore. Because the fact how that some of my fan base even speaks about the fact that, oh, now we can try different formations and different teams now that Saka is not here. Now we have the chance to try new stuff. Bro, let's not act like Saka wasn't that important for us. This is our most important player, 15 GA in the Premier League alone, on his way for that assist record, and now he's gone. You know what I'm saying? And who are we going to replace him with? With Martinelli? Come on, bro. It's not that simple, in my opinion. So for me, the title race is as good as done because we already fumbled at the beginning of the season when we drew against the worst teams that you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? And lost against Aston Villa as well. And now Saka is gone as well as a cherry on top. So for me, not trying to doom or anything, I'm just trying to be real. If we don't go out in January and buy Osimhen and those caliber of players, and maybe 2 players and next to Osimhen, I don't see us challenging for this league like we did with Saka.
So your title race is done now because of Saka. Is that what you're saying? Just because of Saka?
Yeah, because unlike you, I actually rate Saka, and Saka is
No,
actually.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking a question.
No, but
I'm just asking.
I'm being real. I'm being real. This guy has 21, 22 GA, if I remember correctly, in all comps. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot replace that like this, bro. Even if you buy, imagine this, yeah, we go out and we buy Ahmed Diallo because his contract is almost over and Saka is injured, so we buy Ahmed Diallo. In my opinion, even he wouldn't be able to replace his numbers just like that in his first season. You know what I'm saying? So whoever we buy, it needs to be an amazing player that actually gets numbers like Osimhen to get to how should I say, to replace Saka's numbers, because
you can replace the numbers though. There are wingers in this. There are wingers that can replace those numbers. You're acting like those are like out of this world numbers. It's replaceable. If you scout properly, it's replaceable.
Okay, give me an example.
But there's many players. You can go get Cava from Napoli.
Okay, and how much is he going to be?
Yeah, but you million release clause because I checked and we're linked with
75 million. So you can't go get Cava who can literally
75 million what euros?
Release clause.
Euros.
Another one.
Yes.
Rodrigo.
75
million euros only.
Release clause. تخيل.
Wow.
Say wallah, that's his release clause.
Say wallah, that's his release clause.
That's his release clause. I was doing this.
You gotta check right now.
I thought it was 100, bro.
No,
exactly.
I
He's talking about his
told 75 million release clause.
No, bro.
Yeah, حبيبي, I just googled Kvaratskhelia release clause 100 million euros. Fraud.
Yeah, no, it's 75.
Yeah, there you are.
There you are.
And Ahmad's per minute as well. I don't even like using the numbers thing yet.
Okay.
Someone said about Ahmad.
Just to answer that question as well.
Isaac is another one. Isaac, you can't get him. He's another guy that can replace the numbers.
In January, while Newcastle is asking unrealistic prices like 150 million, 160 million for him, that's not going to happen, bro. Even if you or Chelsea went for him, you wouldn't be able to buy him for the amount of money that they're asking, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy like that. And also, not only that, bro, we have an internal problem as well because it's almost January in like 6-7 days, and we still don't have a sporting director. We have a BTEC, what was his name again? Joey Barton being the replacement until we get a sporting director. You know what I'm saying?
Who's BTEC Joey Barton?
Yeah, someone named Jason something. I don't even know his last name, bro. He was basically one of the.
What was it? Sad just told us.
Jason Aina or something. Aina. I know. Yeah, that guy. He's not an interim, but he was like one of the assistants of Edu. So he's just filling in his place until we get a proper sporting director. But the fact that we are moving this slow and January is around the corner, Saka is injured and we need a big replacement for him. I do not trust Jason Momoa to go out and buy players. You know what I'm saying? I do not.
Wallahi, Staffy, you've done a lot of good things on this app, and you've made a lot of mistakes. But your biggest mistake is introducing us to Jabs. The worst thing you've done in your life. The worst thing.
I didn't introduce you to Jabs. Jabs has been banned off my channel for months. No, والله.
This Skull met me on your channel يا أخي. أنت جابز يا أخي استحى وجهك يا أخي جابز. بعدين معك يا أخي.
Jabs has been banned on my channel for months now. Someone just banned him. This is my first time seeing him in a while, bro, because I don't see him on my channel no more.
Banned him. He came in here earlier on. He's like, Staffy, you banned me from your channel.
There's a reason, bro, because he's annoying.
Hold that, mate.
Yeah. Anyway. I don't know who he is. I think I met him from your chat when I started over a year ago.
No, Jabs met me through you.
I don't know. Maybe he knew me on the terrace, bro. I don't know him personally. He's banned for a reason. Just never bring him back.
Oh, he's your guy, Abdi Has. Be careful who you identify with. Earlier on, see what happened to Callum when he identified with Tom? Yeah, let's not go there.
Ban Abdi Has as well. Banned by association.
I can't. Abdi Has is one of the guys. Abdi has credit in the bank. He's like
Yeah.
he has credit in the bank. So guys, do you guys agree with TKA's sentiment? Arsenal is finished if they don't sign anybody.
I just found it. I just found it. I don't laugh at injuries, but I just found out like when Saka's injured, you go, oh, maybe Sterling will get minutes, and then at the press conference after Saka report, oh yeah, and Sterling's out for the next 4 or 5 weeks. It's like,
Yep.
what the
Minimum.
hell? Minimum 4 to 5 weeks, and I think this is the time. I think first of all, I think you had the perfect opponent coming up for you at home after the games. Yeah, so it's
difficult.
Yeah, it's the games against Brentford and Brighton where you're going to find out who's the phony tough and the crazy brave, and that includes the manager of it. I know Martinelli did well against on the right hand side against Palace. I don't know if he'll continue on the right hand side. People were talking about, oh, let's stick Nwanerio there. Why? He's not a winger. I know Arteta said a couple of weeks ago he may be a number 9, but he's definitely not a winger. Then I'm hearing like, oh, stick Havertz out there. Havertz? I mean, what are we doing here?
You can put Jesus on the right wing. He played right
Jesus,
wing.
yeah, you can put Jesus on the right, but it's like this is where I know he's been very fortunate, but this is where we've been saying, haven't we? And even Arsenal fans have been saying, whether you buy or whether you create, they needed someone not of the talent of Saka because he's an extreme talent, but someone to come in who could cover and and not be a detriment to the Arsenal team coming forward. And it's a hamstring injury. He's had one. He's had one early, I think, this year. Am I correct? Or this season he had a hamstring injury, I think. Or
yeah, minor.
Oh yeah, it's actually reoccurring. This is true.
We've been saying it.
Oh shit! I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, right. But it's also where it's also I heard like today. It's like, and I know, of course this didn't add to it, but making him play extra minutes, bringing him on against Preston, 3-0 up in the League Cup, starting him against Bolton in the League Cup, not taking him off when you're 5-1 up against Sporting Lisbon, when you're 3-0 up against Monaco. You know what I mean? I know. It doesn't happen a lot, but Salah gets taken off sometimes for these games when Liverpool are winning a lot and something like that.
What I love about Salah? He had 4G and he was mad that the guy subbed him off. Bro. This guy is not normal, I swear.
But what I mean is, it's like you have to. He is your bet. Listen, I know him and Odegaard have a good partnership, but I got to revise what I said a couple of weeks ago. Saka is the best and most important player in this Arsenal team. Yep. He is it. He is it when you go away to like a Brentford and you're like drawing. He can come up with something, whether it's an assist or a goal, and you win it 1-0 like that. You run. You get out of Brentford with a 1-0 win or something like that. Well, I don't know what's going to happen here. Anything like that. I don't know. And also hamstrings are, and I just want to say this: Arsenal always say weeks when they're injuries, and it turns out sometimes longer than what it usually is. Remember Odegaard? It was weeks. You remember Odegaard? It was weeks. Actually, they're correct. It's weeks, but it was months, wasn't it? It was like
Andrew. They said Partey was 2 weeks, and it turned out to be he was out for the whole season.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So when he said weeks, I was like, okay, how would it? Yeah, factually, you're correct in terminology, weeks, but there's a difference between 2 weeks and 12 weeks or 13 weeks.
So basically, what you're saying here is that Arteta messed up by building this team because if you're
not by building this team,
not by building around.
No.
Hold on.
He messed up by playing him against teams like Preston, bro. Ahmed. All I'm saying is, if I see Arteta's face, I get chills because I just get irritated by the fact that fraud, that incompetent Lego head is ruining. These kinds of players, bro. I'm just getting pissed off, bro. This is all his fault. Not the team that he built, not the players that we have right now, because these players are really quality players. Let's not be disingenuous.
Which ones are the real quality?
He is ruining these players by doing this, bro.
Which ones are the real quality in this Arsenal team? I just want to ask.
Okay, let me begin with your favorite player, Declan Rice, and your second favorite player, Bukayo Saka.
Bro, Declan Rice will win the ball.
And Saliba, Gabriel. We have Timber, who would be your best defender right now at Man United. Let's be real.
No, you're in a title race. Don't compare to United. I'm just asking you. Like,
but he would also be Andrew's best defender right now. So
we have much.
Okay. But anyway, I don't doubt he would be.
Nice.
I would take Timber. Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah.
But
I got Rey Mysterio instead.
Bro, but I'm gonna.
we have Ødegaard, we have Ødegaard, we have Partey,
Raya,
who's
your
having his
goalkeeper,
best
Raya.
season this
Raya,
season. Yeah, Raya,
Raya.
who is in my opinion the second best keeper.
None
in
of
the
them are
league right now.
proven winners, though.
That's Odegaard. That's Odegaard, the cameraman.
Yeah, that's
None
Ødegaard.
none of them
That's
are proven
not-
winners, though.
Partey's played well in the middle of the season, though. To say
Yeah,
he's played
exactly.
Well.
But we have been quality.
I mean, I
but
think he's good, but don't overhype him, bro.
Who? Ødegaard?
Odegaard, man. Hey, listen, Odegaard's all that, man. I'll be honest. Like, come on,
Hey,
now.
bro, if
It's not
bro,
that. He's one of their best players, though. He's still one of
Yeah,
their best
he's
players.
one of our best players.
That-
It's
if
not
he's
like
one
I'm
of their
saying
best players, then Arsenal are not doing enough to win the league. There you go.
Yeah, but bro, I watched this Arsenal team, yeah, and I saw Alexis Sanchez, yeah. I saw this guy taking the boys. Like, listen, you guys, yeah, you're all useless. I'm taking it, and I'm taking ownership in this game, yeah. And he was doing madness. Alexis Sanchez, yeah, world class player, yeah. I know Aubameyang, he left with sour, you know, it was a bit, but he was like turning up consistently, bagging goals for you. I look at this Arsenal team, I just see a bunch of players that are like, yeah, they're doing a job. Arteta's getting the best out of them, but there's no real, barring maybe Saliba, yeah, there's no real standout star man. I can't see it. I can't see it with
I
Arsenal
will
team
admit, Ahmed, I will admit
because you know what it is. During the century, during Man City, they had the Agueros, you know, Yaya Toure, David Silva, yeah. Obviously, with United, your Wayne Rooney's, your Van Persie's, your Ronaldo. When I look at this Arsenal team, I don't actually see it. With Liverpool, okay, Van Dijk, fair enough. Alisson, world class keeper. Salah, Mane, Firmino. I can see quality there. When I see Arsenal, I don't see that because I'm comparing to the other teams which won the league title. Chelsea, yeah, Hazard. They had that standout player, Drogba. What's his name? Essien, John Terry. Like I'm literally looking at it, and I don't see it with Arsenal. I can't see. I can see a young team, Saliba potential, yeah. But even so, like that's it. I don't see it.
But that goes to the question of you're right.
Guys,
You're right
I
in
want
terms
to
of
tell
the
the
whole
chat
team.
something. I want to tell the chat something. If you're believing Indy Kyla in 2024, you deserve to have your tooth pulled out of your face. Indy Kyla is frying KFC as we speak, and you think that the guy has sources. First of all, why would Barcelona bid for Nunez when they have Lewandowski, you idiots? At least give a realistic club that would bid for Darwin Nunez. They haven't bid for Darwin Nunez. If they did, I would have known. I would have thrown a celebration. Don't worry, it's not real news. Also, African Cat is a man of his word. I know the guy. So let's get the likes up right now. Everyone, let's get 300 likes and then target 400 likes. Big up to all of you guys.
Sam,
Ian
Sam,
African
you know-
Cat have
Can I
beef.
just
you know
say
that-
something quickly? Can I
Hang
say
on,
something?
sorry,
African
do you know that Barcelona? You know that Barcelona.
No,
news?
me
It
and
actually
African have-
we get 400 likes.
We have
But why
beef,
would
we have
anyone?
beef.
Why would anyone believe Barcelona buying someone? They're struggling to register Danny Olmo. You know,
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
struggling to
Bro,
register Danny Olmo. for
Bro,
next season.
Barcelona have loopholes. I've seen, bro. Barcelona have loopholes. They always find a way, bro.
Yeah, their loophole is food stamps and you know what I'm saying.
And selling grass.
Those
Hey,
kinds of
Omar,
stuff.
hold that in the chat. It's zipped up. As I was saying, right, with Arsenal, I'll be honest, right? Yes, you guys have good players, TK, I will say. But then again, a lot of your players get hyped to a point that you think that they win the league when they've not done it. They haven't done it yet. And you know what? Part of the reason, in my opinion, to why Arsenal's not doing it is Arteta himself. Actually, he's probably
not
and
part.
these players,
The
bro.
biggest part. The biggest part.
Yeah,
Say
the
it
biggest.
correctly.
Yeah. I should say the biggest.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Like, sorry. But part of his handcuffing, part of his transfers. Like how do you expect Arsenal to win the league if they don't have a striker? Yeah, you can tell me Havertz is it, but really he's not. Let's be honest. When it matters most, you'll start seeing him miss shots. Saka, he's now injured. Okay, who are you going to rely on? Okay, Martinelli, but he's being handcuffed by Arteta, so you can't get the best out of him. Odegaard, okay, let's be honest. This guy, when it matters most, he doesn't show up. As much as I rate him, he needs to start showing up when it matters most. Declan Rice, I agree with Ahmed. All he does is win the ball. That's it. He's not as good as people make out. I do think he's a good DM, but not a good overall midfielder. And then you have I think Partey's very good. I don't know why he's being played right back this season at times. Like, that's something Arteta needs to stop doing.
I mean, if you haven't figured that out yet, then I don't know, bro. Allah.
Arteta really needs to stop doing it. It's just dumb. But I do agree, Saliba and Gabriel have been good for Arsenal, although I do think Gabriel gets overhyped a bit. Yeah, listen, my point is with Arsenal, that team is not enough to win the league. It's not enough. It really is not enough.
So, Staffy, you
but
think Salah is better than
missing-
Henry?
It's not that I think he's better than Henry. I think it's a conversation that people should have. We have to be very honest on it. I think if Salah, and I always say this, and I don't usually like to use the race card and talk about what where someone is from or their religion or their color, but I generally believe if Salah was doing what he's doing for Liverpool right now, and he was a Liverpool academy product, there would be a very, very strong narrative in England over the last few years that Salah is the best ever Premier League player for Liverpool and now in general. I genuinely believe it. If his name was not Mohamed Salah, if his name was Trent Alexander-Arnold and he's the one that's from the academy, wallahi, people would be pushing it. Because I actually feel like when you look at Trent has done much less in his position to be considered the best right back in the history of Premier League versus what Salah has done his position. And I feel like he doesn't get the recognition. And this is coming. Look, someone was already saying Egyptian bias. Hassan, what is one thing you've always told me about Salah? You always tell me that I do what?
You have a Salah agenda?
Exactly. Hassan actually believes that I don't support Salah and I don't back him on all that stuff. Generally, Salah, if he was from Liverpool, they would be making that case. If Salah, forget Liverpool. If he was European, I promise you they would be saying that. If he was French,
if his name was Salahinho and he had these numbers,
he was from, you know what? Even if he was South American, if he was from Brazil, 100% they'd be pushing it. He's on level with Henry in so many numbers, and he's actually surpassed him in so many other things. Why people don't talk about it and why people don't even entertain it is beyond me.
That's the thing, Staffy. It's not Staffy. If you still believe Henry, you still believe Henry's the greatest. It's the fact that it's just the dismissal of a conversation.
Exactly.
I don't like.
Like, I don't care if you don't think he's better than him. That is fine. I think it's very subjective. The fact
I will always say that the best Premier League football I've ever seen is the Arsenal 01-02 team. That's the best football I've ever seen. Not the Invincibles. It's the team 2 years before when they won the double. That by far, for me, that's the best football team I've ever seen in the Premier League, and that was 4-4-2 era and stuff like that. But the fact that to dismiss it, that you can't even have a conversation. Salah is doing crazy numbers. I mean, if he adds another Premier League title, he's matched Henry's Premier League titles, stuff like that. And he's adapted his game as well. Henry's a brilliant player. I might still have Henry as my all-time great on it, but just the fact to dismiss it on a league that's over 30 years old and a league that Henry's not been a part of for 17 years. Do you know what I mean?
The fact that it's disputed, Surfer, it's
just dismissed. No, what are you talking about? Dismissed?
Oh, he's the king. He's the best ever. Like I feel like there's this notion that Henry will never be, displaced as the Premier League GOAT. Like, people generally believe it's like, oh, it cannot be touched, and I don't agree with that. And Salah, and I'll tell you what, if Salah this season, as much as I would hate seeing Liverpool win these 2 trophies. If Salah wins a Premier League and a Champions League, which is very doable this season, I think he's going to go on to win a Ballon d'Or unless some bullshit happens. And he has to be the Premier League goal. I don't care what
you're right. Even though he's here for 6 seasons, but really exploded for 3 seasons. But those 3 seasons, Ronaldo won a Ballon d'Or while being a Premier League player. And he won it. And
Ronaldo was here for longer. He was definitely in the Premier League.
Premier League era specifically, how many Ballon d'Ors we saw? We saw Ronaldo, Owen.
2. That's it.
Did anyone in the 90s from the Prem win it?
No, of course not. He's mad. English football wasn't recognised in the 90s.
Yeah, so it's just Owen and Ronaldo. So if Salah wins it, but the thing, I think in order for Salah to win it, we must win the Premier League and the Champions League.
Yeah. You can't win just one. I'll be honest.
And you know what's going to happen with the Club World Cup, some bullshit ass narrative is going to be, oh, Vinicius is the best. Blah, blah, blah. I already know what they're going to do, but that's why in order to close all cases.
Oh yeah, Rodri's free.
After one vote, I agree. Yeah.
Here's the thing: international football influences Ballon d'Or, but Club World Cup, I don't think has that big of an influence. The issue with this one is they're going to make a big song and dance about it and have 24 teams and competition and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, man. It's
No, you know what? International football is important. I only think when it's a World Cup or a Because I'll tell you what, Vinicius had a stinker in the Copa America.
Listen, we are one day away. Inshallah, Salah doesn't post that picture. Inshallah.
No, I'm telling you, bro. Listen, if he
Allah,
wins
doesn't
both of them,
want to
he's
fix
definitely
the
getting a
other
Ballon d'Or,
about
and that debate is over. Even if he does it, I'm not gonna lie. If he wins another Premier League or another Champions League, I still think that's enough to surpass Henry. I really think so, and I think Henry was brilliant. Like, I'm not even trying to disrespect him, but if he wins one
But
more, why can't we have this
But
conversation?
if we use Champions Leagues as a measuring stick to call him a Premier League GOAT, I don't think that's fair because the Champions League is not the Premier League. We're specifically talking about the Premier League. And second
But
of
he
all, Henry
Yeah, but
got
the
these
player that played
numbers.
in the Premier League. as well.
Henry got these numbers with less games, first of all, and second of all, he went invincible in his second Premier League. So if you say Salah wins the second Premier League and khalas, it's still not enough to surpass Henry, bro, because Henry did all of these things in less games, and he also went invincible in the Premier League. Unless
Yeah,
Salah
but
goes
Henry was a
invincible this
striker.
season, I don't see him surpassing him.
But hold on, but you can also say that you've seen a longer peak of Salah in the Premier League than you did with Henry, because Henry took his ball and left, and he went to Barcelona to win a Champions League.
Yeah.
Salah,
But
so
I
Salah,
don't think that's Henry's fault.
no, but it's not about being his fault. When you have a longer peak than someone, so the reason, as an example, when Surfer mentioned Ronaldo, the reason Ronaldo's not in this debate is because Ronaldo's peak in the Premier League wasn't that big. He went to La Liga. That's why he's La Liga's GOAT, or one of the GOATs next to Messi, but he's not the Premier League's GOAT because there was longer peaks in the Premier League than him. You can argue that with Salah, and that's what I'm saying. If he wins one more, if he wins the two, it's not even a negotiation. But if he wins one more, he's up there.
Ronaldo did a three-peat and a Ballon d'Or, though. You know what I mean? It's like his
Yeah,
his
but then
numbers are
the
crazy.
conversation becomes like, how much are we?
Yeah, I
including
know.
teams?
I'm not saying he's the best. I'm saying that just
And
way
also-
Because
too
you
hard.
ask me who I
and
think the
also,
greatest
can I say one
manager
thing
is,
as
I'd
well?
say Ferguson.
I need to
Oh,
say something as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I
to be
credit
the-
that
to be
more
the
to the
greatest-
manager and other players. You get me? Like,
Yeah, that's not even
there's a
close.
player-
to be the greatest Premier League player of all time, you need to be an actual icon of football, in my opinion. Salah is not an actual icon of football like Thierry Henry, in my opinion. That's just the fact.
Salah is not an icon of football.
Not in the level of Thierry Henry, in my opinion, no.
Salah
In
is
my
definitely
opinion,
an
no.
icon of football, bro. Everywhere
But
Salah goes
he
in
is an
Africa,
icon of
pictures.
Yeah,
He's an
I-
icon
I-
in the
I-
Middle
Salah,
East.
the Arab world, I can tell you he's
Listen
very
to me.
big. I'm not
Yeah, he's
gonna
a
lie.
global
me.
icon, bro.
Very big. he's
Can I
very
say
big. I'm
one
not
thing,
gonna
please? Okay, can
You
can I
cannot
speak?
say Salah is
Can I
not
speak?
an icon, mate.
Sam and I know how
But
big
But
Salah
you
is in
didn't
the Arab
listen.
world,
That's
right?
not what I said.
Before
though.
we let
That's
him
not what I
waffle,
said,
W
though.
is in the chat for African Cat. Hit the like
That's not-
button,
but
you
that's
frauds.
not
We
what I
get you
said,
guys.
though.
Let's get to 400 likes. Let's get to 400 likes. I feel like I want to
you
do
are
a forfeit if we get to 400 likes. I'll let the chat
You are
decide my vote.
misrepresenting. You are misrepresenting.
Can I
what I'm
speak to
saying.
the chat 1 second first?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Big up, guys. W is in the chat for African Cat. He said he's gonna drop 200 if we get to 400 likes. So let's get there, and I'll do a forfeit. But don't be an asshole in the chat if we get 400 likes. That's how sure I am that you guys won't do it. So let's hit the like button, chat. TK, I will show you videos now of the Egyptian bus driving in Africa, and when they come out of the stadiums, and the way that Salah is loved. You cannot say that he's not an icon. Salah is
That's
definitely
not
an
what I
icon.
said, though. That's not what I said. You didn't listen. I said
He said he's a
not
bigger icon.
I said he's not an icon of football like Henry. It's not in the same.
Yeah, but
level.
that's just nostalgia.
He is an icon of football, but not in the same level.
Yeah, but
of
TK, that's a
Henry.
nostalgia because 15 years from now, how many kids do you think want to be Salah? 10 years from now, 5 years from now, how many?
If my kid says I want to be like Salah, I'm slapping him, bro. I kid you not.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm slapping him. I'm
يا أخي
slapping
اسكت يا أخي, he made it from a village in Egypt to the best player in the world. يا أخي, stop.
Listen.
يا أخي, the guy had to take 6-hour train to go to practice, يا أخي, eating one plate of food. يا أخي, be quiet.
But aren't you Libyan?
Of course I'm Libyan.
So okay, you should like Egyptians.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
I like
Egyptians.
Egyptians, yeah, but listen, I'm not gonna try overdo
I
it.
think the Man United pride is more than the Libyan pride. Stuff.
Nah, bro, listen. Salah.
Like Salah in what way though? As in terms of how he plays football, or
It's not just
the
about how
way-
he plays. Like when we're putting we can appreciate his consistency and his efficiency, but Thierry Henry, Hazard, Rooney, Ronaldo,
like Salah is not personally my cup of tea, but I cannot dismiss what he did. Like I watch football. That's what I'm saying. Football is different. Football is like your taste in women. We all like different types over here. It doesn't mean that one of us is right and one of us is wrong. You know
Of
what I'm saying?
course.
I have a different taste in football. I like to watch certain footballers. Like I prefer Hazard over Salah, just because that I enjoy that side of football. I don't need GA for me to like you as a footballer. You get what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that if my Salah if my son becomes like Salah, I'm gonna slap him. that was so extreme to say.
Yeah.
Like
So
Salah
Ahmed is
is
saying if his son becomes the best player in the world, he'll slap him. Imagine.
like imagine slapping your son because he became a
Salah
Premier
right
League
now,
winner,
whether anyone likes
Champions
it or
League
not,
winner.
is the best player in the world as things stand right
Yeah,
now.
I was gonna say people do too much with saying Salah doesn't have an overall game. I have to say that. It's, a lot of people, Salah will get GA this, GA that. No, wallahi. I've seen this guy like a great chance. Dribble past players. One of the goals I remember, he dribbled past Cancelo and I don't know who against City.
Yeah,
Isn't
I think
that
it was
dribble past somebody and scoring?
Yeah, that's
Diaz.
the
Is it Diaz?
or Diaz.
Yeah, like that's just one example on my head. I can tell you, demonstrate that he can dribble past somebody and score a goal.
It's the same. I want to say this. Salah gets the same. Oh, he's just a goal scorer that Lampard gets as a midfielder. Oh, he's just a goal scorer. That's what.
Yeah, but you see
Salah
how I
gets.
keep the same energy? I say Lampard is better than.
No.
Here's my
But you understand what I'm saying,
thing.
right? You know, people that don't rate Salah that much, they'll go, "Oh, he's just a goal scorer." It's the way to do Lampard. Oh, he's just a goal scorer. That's all. That's all he does. Salah has adapted his game.
So Premier League forwards, does he touch top 10?
Older age. That's
all I'm
what?
asking.
Top 10.
Does he reach top 10 forwards in the Premier League? I'm just asking.
Yes.
If we go through it.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Top
so
10.
easy.
Are you
Easily.
the biggest fraud on this platform?
I'm just asking. I'm asking.
Top 10. First of all, he's a top 2 winger. Ronaldo's better than him.
I said forwards. Like
If you include forwards,
across the front,
then who's better than Salah? Henry.
Yeah, Henry, Ronaldo, Rooney.
Okay,
Hazard.
that's 3. No, Hazard.
Hazard.
No.
What do you mean no?
Listen,
You're asking my opinion, and then you're saying, what do you mean?
Hazard's
No?
Okay, Aguero.
I'm actually taking Salah ahead of Aguero.
Aguero.
I am.
صراحة
The problem is they're playing two different positions, though. They're playing two different positions.
If I said forwards, I'm combining
That's
it.
right,
I'm combining it. I said forwards
All
in
right.
general. Yeah, you got Cantona as well.
I mean, I think Salah's a better player
Then who?
than Aguero.
Yeah.
Bro.
Well,
Yeah, that's stank, Ahmed. You tried it, mate.
No,
You
I
tried
can. I've named the players. I'm just like, you know.
No, you didn't.
I would
say
say,
the
though,
record
I
goal
have
scorer.
to
You
get
didn't put the record.
I have to say though, about Hazard.
For shame on you, Ahmed.
Wait, guys, quickly. I would say it's about Hazard though. I actually think as a footballer, Hazard was better, but the peak Salah was just the longevity was just it's one.
Yeah,
Hazard
yeah.
had Hazard was playing.
The thing about Hazard,
I don't think anyone will say that
Hazard-
that Salah is a better footballer than Hazard. Hazard is a better footballer than Salah.
No, no.
Yes. Here's my problem with technique merchants. Let's say someone has a 10 out of 10 technique and the other guy has 7 out of 10 technique. The issue with the narrative is, regardless what the 7 out of 10 guy does, he will never be better than the 10 out of 10. Khalas, whatever he does. So if Salah scores 45 goals, gets 30 assists, Liverpool win the quadruple, they'll still say Hazard is better because of ability and absar show. So my problem with ability argument is there come a point in time where there is a cutoff. Okay, let's say Hazard is the 10 out of 10 ability, okay? Salah's ability is what, 7.5, 8 compared to him? Okay, so you're saying regardless what Salah does, he's never going to be better than Hazard just because he has more ability. That's bullshit.
No, but Hazard had the consistency as well. He was consistent. He was playing at football. He was playing at a high level.
Hazard definitely didn't have consistency.
Here's the thing.
At 18, he was playing at Lille.
Here's the thing.
We're talking Premier League, not
he was. Yeah, he started earlier. Hazard's going to finish later. It's a cross thing. But
guys, before
Ahmed,
you
just going
continue,
back to this.
I have
How
to
dare
go.
you not include Ahmed,
Guys,
the record goal scorer, Alan Shearer.
Yeah, listen. Big up everyone. Big up Surfer, TKA, Ahmed.
Come on,
Zift. But listen.
زفت ليه زفت خير
لف بعينك يا حيوان حق علي وديت لك كلك
خير ان شاء الله ليه زفت
No, I'm just joking. But listen, it's nice to catch up with you guys. Inshallah, we'll do another stream together soon.
Love. See you.
Wait. Thierry Henry.
This Ahmed guy didn't put Shearer in his list of Premier League.
Let me name the forwards actually. Thierry Henry, Ronaldo, Rooney.
This is your opinion, so we won't discuss it. Thierry Henry, Ronaldo, Rooney.
Thierry Henry, Rooney, Ronaldo, Hazard, Dennis Bergkamp, Suarez, Aguero. Who else? I'm missing someone. Drogba.
Your list.
Ruud van Nistelrooy, and Cancelo.
Drogba and Drogba ahead of Salah.
Yeah, that's mad. Listen.
How
I'm
is-
not even trying to be petty.
Can I ask, how is
I'm not even trying to be petty
Ahmed-
because you know what happened with Drogba
Yeah.
in my club. But even now, bro, no.
Ahmed,
Yeah,
I know
Drogba-
this is because you didn't. I know this is because you didn't see him. But to have the record goal scorer not in any top 10 list of any Premier League forwards,
Alan Shearer. It's crazy you
mad.
didn't mention him.
He's
Okay,
mad.
we can switch. We can switch Drogba for Shearer. I don't mind. That's fine. That's another
That's
one.
fine.
But then Salah is better than Ruud.
Oh.
Because even though
I'm
Ruud
not
played
gonna lie,
striker,
half
and
the
he was
names
the
you
centerpiece-
mentioned.
even though Ruud played striker and he was the centerpiece of the team, Salah has more goals as a winger. Why are you saying what, Habibi?
I think there's a conversation for Salah being top 3 of all time in the Premier League, but not the GOAT still. That's how
Yeah,
I
Habibi, okay. I take Henry over
I
Salah.
agree with you, K. I'm not gonna lie.
Rooney, I agree because Rooney's body of work is insane. Ronaldo, I think, is the best winger in Premier League history. So we're at 3. The rest is all arguable.
But
For me,
Sam,
Henry and
this is why I
Cristiano
do not like this
Other
conversation.
than that, you can put Salah.
This is why I do not like this conversation, because for me personally, I like Salah. I think he's one of the greats of the Premier League, and comparing him to Henry is just me sitting here discrediting Salah, which is what I not want to do. I actually rate the guy, but there is, in my opinion, a level above, and that is Thierry Henry, in my opinion. That's all I want to say.
But
Apart
this is
from
where
that,
we
I love
disagree.
Salah, and I do not want to disrespect.
I don't think Henry is a level above. I just think they're in the same room. They're the greats of the Premier League, and they're in the same room. So let's say there's a table of 5 players from the forward line. You'd put Henry there, you'd put Rooney there, Ronaldo there, Salah there, and then
Tevez.
you'd put probably Alan Shearer there because he has the record.
I even forgot Tevez. My bad. Doesn't know.
يا أخي stop
No,
يا أخي،
no,
بالك
no,
Tevez.
no, this stops right
والله
now.
ولا-
Tevez.
This
أخي
stops
stop
right
يا
now.
Respect Tevez.
Stop,
Quality
yeah.
player.
Tevez يا أخي stop يا أخي.
Maybe
Stop.
this is very old school, but in my opinion, Dennis Bergkamp is one of my favorite players.
said
And
Bergkamp.
a lot of people also said that he is one of the, if not the best player that the Premier League has
Oh,
ever seen.
I put Zola in there, bro. Put Zola in there. You know what I mean?
So
Zola and Bergkamp around the
it's a
same
great
time.
shot. So
You know what I
for
mean?
me,
So
I see Bergkamp that highly, and even I put Salah above him.
Yeah, I put Salah above Zola. No problem. I put Salah, put him above Drogba, put him above Lampard. You know what I mean? Yeah, no problem.
Wait, so where are you lot putting Harry Kane then? Yeah, because I actually look at it like this. Because Harry
Oh
Kane.
no,
obviously-
no, this is a different conversation with Harry Kane.
And
No.
99.99999.
Don't get me started on Harry Kane, bro. Please.
Bro, but no, because the thing is, yeah, we're saying like Salah consistency.
He's bought the curse.
Official.
You boss me. Yeah,
No, so Salah consistency, efficiency, and bagsman as well. I mean, you can also argue that Harry Kane consistent in the Premier League, bagsman as well, creates. The only thing that Harry Kane don't have is Salah has the trophies as well. So if we're talking about it and like where are we rating Kane
Yeah,
then?
but Ahmed, why? Can I? No. There's something I have to ask. Why does he not have it? Why does he not have it?
Why does he not have it? Because he plays for Tottenham. That's why Modric and Bale.
Forget
left.
Tottenham. We're talking about Harry Kane. Why?
Why are we
did
talking about
Kane
Harry
do
Kane?
wrong?
Because he's a-
It's
because he's
something
a very good player.
I've seen it like for 2 years or a year and a half now, and I know what he did wrong already.
He's a Bayern fan, by the way, Ahmed.
Exactly.
He's a Bayern.
You
fan.
You know what
What did
Harry
he
Kane
do
does
wrong?
wrong? He's not in the
Enlighten
box
us.
enough. That's
He's
why.
not in the box,
He's
bro.
not in
I
the
swear
right
he-
place in the right time to score goals.
Yeah, but I swear
He is a
he's
CDM.
broken your record in terms of goals. The fastest player.
Yeah, okay. But when it mattered most, where was he?
When it matters the most, where was your other players though?
What was my other?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and I
those-
argued that too.
You rate
I argued
you.
that
I
too.
bet you rate Musiala. You rate Leroy Sané. You rate all these technicians. Where were
Yeah,
they?
they're all amazing. They're all amazing.
wait,
but
They're
what
all
I'm
amazing.
wait,
Where were
wait,
they
wait,
then,
wait.
mate?
Well,
No, but what
I
I'm saying-
told you where were they. Yeah, okay, but with Harry Kane's more consistent than the others.
No, but I'm not talking about what he's doing at Bayern Munich here.
And by the way,
I'm
I don't
talking-
rate Leroy Sané. He's a bum. He can fuck off from my club, to be honest.
No, but what I'm saying
Yeah,
is,
Tims, sometimes you are the Randy Orton of this chat. You keep hearing voices in your head. Arab bias will back Salah, to be fair. All of us here said Henry over Salah. So which Arab bias, ya hayawan? Which Arab bias? We all said Henry over
Bro,
Salah.
you
Ya
taking Lil Tim seriously?
akhi, Lil Tims, bro. That's why.
so Harry Kane. Because the thing is, yeah, obviously, he said Alan Shearer. Because Alan Shearer bags.
So Arab bias, but your comparison is another Arab player. MashaAllah. ما شاء الله.
Unbelievable to be
يعني,
fair.
you know what you have in your mind, I don't think there is peanuts inside here. It's not even peanuts. It's a different vegetable inside your mind, يا أخي. So you're telling me Arab bias, and then he brings up Mahrez. Algeria and Egypt are little neighboring countries, يا غبي يا أخي. لا إله إلا الله. اللهم زدني صبرا يا أخي. اللهم زدني
الله
صبرا.
يعيننا بس. الله يعيننا.
يا الله, what can I say يا أخي? What can I say? Man said Arab bias and brought up another Arab player. Okay, mate.
الله يهديك. الله يهديك.
Okay. I don't even know what to say at this point.
يا ساتر. يا ساتر.
That's mental. That is mental. That is.
حسام بس قول اعوذ بالله وخلاص. We move on.
أعوذ
Yeah,
بالله.
so we all agree that Henry is still the GOAT. Right?
Yes, bro.
I
We all
think,
say
I
that.
think he is. I have no problem. I just think
Obviously.
the whole thing is like people just, for me, like I said at the start, it's just people automatically dismiss having a conversation. That's all I don't like. I don't like that. I just don't like that. That's all. It's just, you know, maybe maybe this conversation is better when Salah retires, in my opinion. Then we know what his.
I actually think this is true. You wanna know something I think about Salah? I think a lot of people will actually appreciate him when he retires. Why? Because when the other wingers start getting like 12 goals, 11 assists, and they say, wow,
Yeah.
what an amazing season, everyone's going to go like, you see this other guy, he used to have 15 and 11 in December, you know? So
Yeah.
like, it's
He's
a different
32.
level to this game.
He's 32 as well.
Yeah.
You guys
fair
are
enough.
24, barely getting 12.
Yeah, but
You know, that's
see,
what
see
they do.
this changed football right here. You know what I'm saying? This changed football, bro. No?
Yeah, now you have.
You know, I realized something. Arsenal fans are, you know, Ahmed was right. Arsenal fans are so insecure because all four of us said Henry is better, and he still needs to like have the validation of showing us an extra.
I literally.
All four of us agreed that
Hey,
Henry is
but-
better.
but-
So why are you showing us
but-
extra
No, but
pictures,
Hosam,
mate?
they've not had success in a long time. That's why.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, look at this, it changed history.
That's
Okay, all of us
why,
say Henry is
yeah,
better.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what's the problem? Tell me.
Ahmed,
I don't need to.
Ahmed,
Bro, I don't need to
Ahmed,
guess
I'm gonna
Ronaldo.
guarantee you, Ahmed, I'm gonna promise and guarantee you that Manchester United are gonna reach that 20 years as well. So
Bro,
Calm
all
on,
I'm saying,
calm on.
you'll never
You know
catch
what I'm
me. You'll never catch me. Yeah, saying trying to prove that Rooney and Ronaldo are amazing. I don't need to go on YouTube. That's it. Go on YouTube. That's
Go on YouTube. You're
that's
such
what
a
you need
pro.
to do.
just like Ahmad Diallo, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Quality player,
Yeah.
high winger, man. Diallo's quality.
Hey, big up, bro. Big up. That's why I
Okay,
rate
anyway,
you, bro. You're
this is
always,
Oppenheimer
on your
settings at
business.
this point. You get me? Let me just do the super chats before we wrap up the stream. And don't go anywhere as well because Ahmed's live straight after this. So big up to all of you guys. Like the video, subscribe. W's in the chat again for African Cat for dropping the 50 piece. I told you these frauds ain't getting 400. I even offered the, what's it called? A forfeit.
and
Frauds.
it's madness. Not even holiday season can get to 400 likes. You Scrooges. You Scrooges. That's what you are.
Frauds.
Scrooges.
Arsenal dinner plate title race, more like. Hey, can you stop disrespecting the English Super Cup, mate? Because Arteta won that, innit? Why shaking your head, TK? You have no response, Habibi?
No, I have no respect. That's the difference. not to the super chat, but for Arteta when he said that. So
Respect the Super Cup, mate.
no.
You ain't gonna respect the
It's
Super
okay,
Cup.
it's okay, TK. You can go for the Champions League. You know, I mean, you tried
Oh
last
yeah,
year.
yeah, of course. Bro, you changed your picture 3 times today, Calma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
get
I
it.
know.
We
And
get it.
I enjoy it. And I
We get
enjoy
it.
it. Don't
We
worry,
get
I
it. You're
enjoy
extra. We get it. Sid. We get it.
Arsenal winning the Champions League, yeah. Yeah, they ain't
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah.
We
Pray
get it.
for Bayern.
You see
I'll never
this?
forget.
You see this? The World Cup is going to Saudi Arabia, and look how he acts to me. You know what I'm saying? Look how he is. You know what I'm saying? There he is. There he is right there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, the way Saudi plays football in the national team may as well not have it, bro. You know what I mean? But hey, that's a different
Didn't
story.
you lose in the Gulf Cup as well?
Yeah, we lost to Bahrain 3-2. I'm
There
telling
you
you,
are.
I even said on stream, we may as well not have the World Cup if we play like that.
Wallahi, if you lose to Yemen, yeah, Habibi.
Allah ayn, habibi, Allah ayn. If that happens, bro, I may as well start hiding.
Fairs. Ahmed, if you want to go start your stream, go start it, Habibi.
Yalla.
Yeah,
Big up,
go start.
everyone, yeah.
We'll finish these and then we'll send them your way.
Big up.
W in the chat for African Cat who says down payment, hit the like button. Yeah, frauds. Big up to you, African Cat. Listen, thank you. Thank you for the initiative in it, mate. But I appreciate you regardless, brother. Thank you for dropping the 50 piece. W in the chat for African Cat. Mina Sidhum. Mo can't be Premier League goats to rivals. Fans say he isn't the Liverpool goat, is what Mina's saying.
Mm,
Hmm.
that's an
Oh,
argument.
maybe
still
that's a
Liverpool
good
fan.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's Sam slowly
Remember
coming around to
Indonesia.
the fact.
Apa
That's what it is.
kabar? Habibi, listen, Mina, this is the same thing that Terry brings up every time. But we will see what happens this season. Gerrard is sentimental value to Liverpool Football Club. It's bigger than
I
football.
understand that. I understand that.
Thing is with Gerrard is the following. Look, people need to understand the reason why I say it's bigger than football is he's actually one of the reasons why Liverpool have a global fan base. Like, I'm not even exaggerating, I swear.
True.
It's like, why is there a hotel in Indonesia called Steven Gerrard Hotel? That's not normal. You know, there's no Scholes hotel anywhere. Just saying.
Yep.
It's much harder to deliver with less ability for your information. I agree with that, and that's my logic. If I say I have more ability than Andrew, but Andrew does it consistently over a 5-year period. Me, one day I'm a 10, the next day I'm a 3, the next day I'm a 7 and a 6. Yeah, but you're not always, you know. Not always,
It's the Neymar conversation, isn't it?
I get
Yeah.
now why he's saying remember Indonesia because of the penalty situation, huh?
Yeah.
Indonesians haven't gotten over it still.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. You know when I did the watch along for that game, Oqsim Billah, I went too viral because of Indonesian people only. Indonesian people now know me. If I go Indonesia, I'm screwed. I'll tell you that from now. Like, it's long.
So you're known in Indonesia and Osam is known in
Alas, I'm
Colombia.
known.
Okay.
I'm popular, bro. I got like what?
Oh
18?
hell no! Me and Colombia have made peace.
Okay.
Yeah, you in Colombia made peace.
Gloria immarcible,
Bro, I don't think I'm going to
jubilo
that.
immortal.
I got an Indonesian guy who did diplomacy for you. I could send him your
Fatur?
way.
By the way, quickly, for Hissam, you read
Fatur.
that. Not even about
Yeah,
the pen.
Fatur, yeah.
Yeah.
Say that again, Zeer. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was saying before you read that, like because you asked me a question, I didn't answer it. It's not really because of the penalty for me. It's just we were bad. Simple as. Done.
Oh, fair.
Just like
I'm
how
taking
Jordan was
Hazard,
bad against
Bale,
Safi.
Mahrez over Salah. Guys, I hate revisionism. Bale became Gareth Bale at Real Madrid, not Spurs, bro. Why do people love to do this? Guys, we are talking about Premier League. Bale's best season in a Spurs shirt, anyone who watched football at the time will tell you, was in the 10 under Villas Boas. He played the number 10. And you say, I'm taking Bale over him. Forget Bale at Madrid. We're talking Premier League. You get me? Also, when it comes to Hazard, I'm not taking Hazard over him or Mahrez, to be honest with you. Mahrez spent a lot of the time on the City bench. Like, you cannot.
I always cheat with that. I always cheat with the Hazard Salah debate because they didn't play in the same position. So I just have them either side in my dream team like that. just go like that.
Could happen.
Fair.
Could happen.
If you have ability plus don't go to potential, that's not a success. Yeah, this is true. There are a lot of players that haven't achieved their full ability. You know. In fairness, Kane has enough individual trophies. Yes, that's why I respect what Harry Kane has done. I think Harry Kane is one of the best forwards we have seen. And I don't just use trophy logic every time. I'm not taking Andy Cole over Harry Kane because Andy Cole won a league title. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's an amazing striker, by the way. I think he's one of the best strikers in the world, by the way. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just being critical of him because, to be honest, I feel like this whole Kane curse thing is like he's not helping himself. You know,
he should have moved.
I generally think he's not helping himself.
He should have never signed that 6-year contract at Spurs, and he should have moved earlier in his career. That's
I do agree with
you. He should have joined us. He should have joined us. He should have come home, but he didn't. He never got.
But he should have just left Spurs. Never signed.
Yeah, that's another club that's allergic to trophies. Big up to Netweed who says Arteta should respect us and leave. He's an Evertonian, is what Netweed is saying.
I mean, yeah, the way we did them a favor, I won't be surprised.
You're Arteta out and Arteta in at the same time. You're confused. You're a confused man. You're so confused.
Name me one statement that I made that gave you the idea that I was Arteta in.
Okay, everyone in the chat, you watch TKA a lot of the time. Put one in the chat if you think TKA is Arteta out and in at the same time. Put one in the chat if you think he's confused and he doesn't have a solid, like he sits on the fence.
Yeah, I'm just
what is that for option? Give me a favorable option at least. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
there you are. One. See, 2-1.
Show the last comment. Show FK's comment as well. Show FK's comment as well, huh?
See,
no,
Arsenal fan
why
one.
are you
See how many
skipping
ones?
FK's comment, huh?
See how many ones, mate?
To be honest,
Okay, of the rest of them. Here, see how many ones? You've been found guilty, mate.
Yeah.
You get me?
Bro, your Liverpool fans are backing me. Hold that. That's all I'm saying.
Who? Nando the Gooner is a
No,
Liverpool fan?
FK. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, FK is not a Liverpool fan. She's on loan to Barcelona. Big up to Lil Tim who says, I care what you do from March to May. He needs to show. Acting like Salah is not a big game player is the most nauseating narrative in history. Because Salah is the biggest, has the most goals against Man United and Man City and Arsenal and Tottenham and Chelsea. So how can he not be a big game player? And on top of that, Akhi, when it comes to March till May, the season that everyone wanted to do Mane prop, and Andrew remembers all the fights that I had. Salah had the same exact GA from January till May that Mane had, even though Mane played striker. Stop the bullshit narratives. Stop it, please. If you do, have we forgotten as well the goal against Chelsea where he did the yoga celebration? Come on, man. Where was he last season? Injured.
Final, by the way. I don't care if it's
Injured. Where was he last season? Injured. That's where he was. He came back from an injury. Also,
instead of high GA.
no, because let me destroy this Lil Tim's guy. You're the same guy that doesn't count GA, right? And you say it's about performances. Against Manchester City, he came on within 30 seconds, created the most dangerous chance of the whole game. Diaz looked at the goalkeeper and shot it at the corner flag. Against Manchester United, he created the two most dangerous chances in the game, not just one. Szoboszlai and another chance for Szoboszlai, actually three, and one for Nunez. Against Crystal Palace, he created chances for Nunez, he created chances for Jota. So he played touchline winger, as you guys want. He didn't get GA because the others missed, and you still blame him.
But look at the game against Arsenal. He didn't do anything, yet he scored the equaliser. Do you know what I mean? He didn't do anything in that game, really. He got marked out really well in that game. And even against Southampton. I didn't think he played well. But he ended up getting, what, is it 2 goals or is it 1 goal? He got, I know he
2 goals.
But even say against Tottenham, he didn't get man of the match, but he's walking off with 4 GA.
I literally just told you. From literally when they came back from AFCON, Mane and Salah had the same exact GA till the end of the season. Quite literally the same exact GA. One played striker, and it's considered clutch, even though he missed a better chance in the Champions League final. But people never bring that up ever. People never bring that up. You know, headed into that final, I was so confident we're going to beat Real Madrid. Andrew remembers. The reason why I keep mentioning Andrew is because Andrew knew me from them times. I said, this is Diaz's chance to show the whole world who he is and cook Carvajal, because Carvajal was having a shit season. Carvajal ate him alive. I said, Mane, you need to attack the centre-backs and try to get a goal past Courtois. He had the most dangerous chance of the game. He didn't score, even though it was a fantastic save from Courtois. There's 2 players in that whole final that can hold their head up. Number 1, Konate, because he's our best player that whole game, Konate, in the Champions League final. And Salah literally was the only forward that was trying to create and do something out of nowhere. And he had the most, and literally, he had the shot from far that Courtois saved. And he had the other shot as well that Courtois saved as well.
That was just Courtois had that. Courtois will never have a game like that in his entire life ever again. That was Courtois. It was insane that game. Insane that game. Do you know how mad that game was? Some of those. I mean, he's pushing shots onto the post, not just what you say the post. He's pushing.
Yeah, Courtois was man of the match.
Yeah, he was man of the match by far. The Real Madrid did not play well that game.
We were so much better than them, honestly. That one was even more painful than the Karius one because we really were better than them. We absolutely dominated them. But we just
it was mad.
Our striker that's clutch didn't score, but it's Salah's fault. Everything is Salah's fault always. But when we win, it's never his credit. Oh, Van Dijk is good, and Alisson is good, and Trent is good. Yeah, shut the hell up. Anyway, this has been a very good stream. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Damn, we really did Oppenheimer settings. Zeer Talks is in the description. Go subscribe. The Winter Surfer, aka Andrew. You can find him on Casual FC in the description. TKA Football will be live soon. As soon as he buys a webcam, you get me. So go subscribe to TKA Football. Yeah, maybe you're in Netherlands. Amazon, one day it will be there. Go subscribe to TKA Football, guys. Subscribe as well to AA United TV. Subscribe to Staffy TV. AA United TV is live right now, and we're going to be redirecting to. We're going to be redirecting to AA United TV, where we're going right now.
Bro.
I didn't ban her. I gave her time out because she can hold that. Anyway, we're going to be redirecting right now to AA United TV. Spam his chat with Saka greater than Diallo. Even if you don't support Arsenal, it will rattle him. Trust me. I'm going to do it. and his face is gonna start changing colors. We're gonna spam his chat with Saka's better than Diallo because he's gonna get so irritated, I swear. So please do this to piss him off. I'm gonna see you guys in that chat as well. Love you all, and see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace.